Oh, he tried to ring me. I've got it on silent. Sorry, mate. Terry was the bunny. He ran the message down. I thought, put this on, otherwise we'll start talking next thing. Ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding,
yeah. Actually, I've got that phone of mine there too, so yeah.
Oh, they'll sit down, these lads. They won't stand up in front of there.
No, the boys are organising the banner down here.
Good. Yeah, the banner's getting going.
Rushy and Chris Fahey. Chris Fahey's going back in my time when I was coaching down at North.
Yep.
He was only, I reckon he was under 18 when I first went down there, and he finished up.
Could he play?
Oh, he played.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Yeah, no, he.
A young fella playing, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a young fella out here today? He hasn't, has he? No. I don't know what he's doing, young. What's his lad's name? Can't remember now, but he's not out here. Yeah, Freshy's done a fair bit for North Whyalla.
Oh, heck yeah.
And he's still hanging in there, which is good. And he does it for no real... Like, he's not doing it because he wants to be a big knob or anything.
That's
He's
right.
just doing it because he cares about his footy club.
Yeah. His old man was very similar going back in the mid-80s for him.
Yep.
Pete and that, you know.
And very welcoming, you know, when I got there. Didn't know me from Barrow Soap, but all very welcoming.
He took, when I first went down, it took him, you know, 3/4 through the season to get accepted because I was a bit naughty a few times against North when I was obviously playing, and and then I've fitted in bloody well down there, mate.
You played at North, so?
Oh yeah. I'm not sure. I reckon I played just short of 100 games down there for it.
Right, yeah.
I reckon I did by memory.
And where else? What was the rest of your career?
No, I was at Rapina.
Rouge,
we're all foundation members at Rapina.
Yep, that's right.
They came into the juniors in 1968. Well, my parents were on all the committees there then and done all the fundraising.
Yep.
Then they bought the A grade that only come in 68 was 10s, 12s and 14s.
Yep, right.
And then 1971 they bought the A and the B grade in, mate. You know?
71 was it? Yeah.
1971 for it, yeah.
Well, and that Bays were in the same time?
Yes.
And they didn't they take 5 years to win a game or something?
Oh, mate,
Who was that? The Bays? Did Rapina win? Were they fledging for a start?
Oh, yeah.
And you were playing then?
No. I started in about 76.
Righto, yep. And that's where you first played at Rapina?
Yeah.
And then you come down to North?
Yeah. I played down under 12s.
Yep.
That was 1968 for you in Sunday Grand Final.
I was 5.
Yeah, well, I would have been 11.
Yeah.
And we
Here
won.
we go.
A
few mascots.
And we sort of made history because new club in the league, we won the Grand Final. It was bigger than Ben Hur, you know?
Oh, yeah, too right.
And believe it or not, it was against North.
There you go,
It was against North, yeah. And on the Saturday, the Grand Final was a draw. And we had the rematch on a Wednesday night at Nicholson Avenue Primary School Oval. Right, there you go.
Yeah. And you won.
Yeah.
Rouge won.
Yeah. And I played it like that side in 1978, which was a pretty good side. That was when North had all them bloody, like they won their flag 77.
Yeah, 78, 79,
there. And then a bloke called Freddie Freeman come along, and it was all them years they won the next flag. And that 78 side, Rapina made the 4 in the first time in the history of the club.
Right.
And that was big stuff. And we're only bits of kids there because Central never made it. They had a coach turn up from Victoria somewhere by the name of John Quinlan,
right,
which was Bernie Quinlan's brother.
Well, there you go. Now, see, this history we don't get. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, and
that was Central's.
Yes.
Yep.
And he had he brought a completely different outlook to country football, which they're not used to.
Yep.
But I'm not sort of speaking out of turn, but you'd have to say he was a bit of a dickhead for him.
Yep.
Yeah. He was a coach that would get pictures of the opposition players on the walls, and then when he got them all fired up, because Central were only a pretty young side back then, like we had Wayne Heading and blokes like that, and he'd throw the pictures on the floor and he had them all jumping on them and all this sort of stuff for you know. Yeah.
So let's get back to Northies now, because that's a centenary. So when did you go to Northies?
Oh, gee, mate, I was in the mid-80s, I reckon. Yeah.
And why?
They come around and seen me. It was Max DeVow, actually.
Yeah.
He come around and seen me, and he wanted me to be captain and coach of the reserves. I was about 29 at the time.
Yes, yep.
and they'd been getting towed up pretty well, and they were a little bit soft, and they just wanted a little bit of vigour in the side.
And a bit of guidance.
Yeah, and yeah, I was some of the best years of my life I spent down there, and some of the friendships. It took half the season to get going. I sort of got in a bit of strife because I was maybe going a little bit too far with the putting a bit of pressure on putting a bit of pressure on the opposition, and we had several players that, of course, they face the tribunal on Tuesday night, and a couple of times I was guilty. I was one of them, so they sort of pulled me aside and said I might have to just...
Well, looking back now, were you a bit overboard, you reckon, if you look back in hindsight?
No.
Or did it need to be done?
It needed to be done, and then we finished up with a pretty tough side. We finished up with both. Well, Andy Cole, he finished up as an A-grade club captain and all that, but he would have played a good couple of years in the reserves. And Coley was a bloody good footballer. And all them blokes said they were just reserves, you know. In the in that side, Peter Stacey and Medcalf. But some of them blokes here though, Fiery, they'd sooner have a fight sometimes than a feed. So you know, sometimes it was a little bit hard to keep a lid on things a bit.
So how long were you with Northies? So yeah.
Oh, I reckon I was down there for a good 7 years. 7 years, yeah. I was there when it was Ray O'Reilly. Well, I reckon first up I was there when Doug Gregory was coaching. Yep.
Because he was at Souths at one stage, wasn't
That's
he?
right,
Yep.
and he was at Rapina in 77 and 78.
Funny, like Doug Matchett did the same. He went around. Where's he? He was at Ruse, Westies, and North.
Yeah. Doug was an absolute superstar in Whyalla as a footballer. You know, he led the Whyalla combined rucks, him and a bloke called Danny Chandler, mate. You know, and no one would touch Whyalla back in that era.
Danny Chandler North? South?
No. Danny was North to start with, and then he went over Rapina coaching as a captain coach.
All right, well, here we go. That's big centenary game, of course. There is another one on the Savo at Bennett Oval, but North and Westies here. Westies, the juniors of the competition, really. There's only Aruna and Rupina younger than Westies, isn't there?
Yeah.
I suppose, yep. But Northie's warming up here. Special Guernseys, of course. They got the premierships printed on the back below the number, and they're good Guernseys with the white block on the back with the black number. It's easy to see, isn't it?
Oh, heck yeah.
And what they've got the big V, which Northies originally had, and then they went back to the prison bars like we know with the Port Adelaide Magpies, and then they changed back to the big V in 2008 when a certain commentator rocked up. Thought it looked a bit better than the prison bars, and now they've encompassed both of them on the Heritage Guernsey, which is fantastic. Yep. These are going to be sold too.
They've got the years of premierships for one on their backs, have they, Fiery?
The premierships they've won, yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep, all on the back there, just below the Peter Callis thing.
Oh, yeah. So I do believe that you were responsible, you were responsible for a couple of them premierships yourself, Fiery, I believe.
Oh, yeah, had a bit of luck. No, it was good, excellent. Yeah, it was good times. It was, came into town from outside at Wilmington and sort of could do what I wanted to do because nobody knew me to a certain degree, and the beautiful thing about it is they come on board.
Yeah.
You know, you can't coach if you haven't got the players.
Yeah.
You know, like behind you.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I was umpiring back then, Fiery. Gee, it was, and I umpired quite a few of your games when you was coaching, and I'll tell you what, it was a pretty fair unit that you in the finish had moulded together, you know, and. GG, mate, they would have done anything for you there at one stage. It was a magnificent effort from you to get them through and win 2 grand finals, and especially, I reckon, the first one you went in basically rank underdogs. Yeah,
and bottom to top was pretty special.
Yeah.
11 years ago now, though.
Gee,
time flies.
Yeah, it's a while ago, isn't it? Yeah.
And a couple of the big North Whyalla boys just walking behind us, Barry and Rodney Robran. Not much better than that. Both played their juniors at North Whyalla, of course, and went on to bigger and better things. They'll be on the couch tonight.
No, I had the play. I didn't see Barry play here, but I seen Rodney play when I was a kid. I seen him get onto a torp there one day on Bennett Oval out on the wing, and then I think they got the ball out on the Viscount Slim.
Yeah.
Against Westies, mate, it was something pretty special and something I've never ever forgot.
So it'll be an interesting game actually, because Westies, they're a confidence-based side. Have been since I've been in Whyalla, and if they get their confidence up, they're away. It's hard to stop. But
they've got them players like you let them go a bit, blokes like that Guzzer and Shannon Winders. And by the way, we've got to mention Shannon, the little steel worker. He's played a record amount of games last weekend for the Dragons, and he's got to be congratulated on that. That's a hell of an effort. He's been a real stalwart for that footy club since he was a kid.
316 A-grade games. Yeah. And he took over from a bloke called Chevy Chase that you know would have seen play.
Yes,
and, long-serving player, of course.
Yeah, no, Chevy. I was talking to Chevy earlier on, mate. It was good to catch up with him. Full-back, a centre-half back for Westie, Chevy was in the day.
And we must remember this is for the Robran McInerney Cup.
Yeah.
As Barry Robran was, we mentioned, one of Northie's favourite sons, and John McInerney actually started his footy at North Whyalla, didn't he?
Yeah, I reckon you're on the money there for him.
Went to Westies and been, I think he coached. How many premierships did he blooming coach?
Oh.
Heaps. 10 or something, did he? I reckon something like that. But anyway, they called him the General.
That's right.
And so great that the clubs can put on this Robran McInerney Cup. And of course, just a bit of extra significance for the Magpies because they're 100th, celebrating 100 years. Right.
Yeah, well, these boys, I reckon Brad Smith will have the boys in the right frame of mind. He'll have them little half-forward flankers if Shannon's going to start off down their Winders and young Guzzer. Because as you know, bloody Brad was a absolute expert of just ducking out the back door, and he was 15 or 20 yards clear, and people used to say, gee, he's by himself, and at the end of the day he might have only got 5 or 6 kicks, but he kicked 5 goals.
Exactly, no, he knew what he was doing.
Oh, gee.
It's all right with those windows down, isn't it? Gives us a bit of air, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, well, final preparations here. Each team, arm in arm at either ends of the ground, just getting the final instructions from their captain. I think I did see Brad Smith go out there, so they're getting it from the coach. Don't know whether Matthew Quist is, he's a 3-time premiership player for the Magpies. He's taken on the coaching role this year, so in the centenary year. And Brad Smith's been there, he's coached 3 premierships in a row.
Yeah,
so he's going for the 4th, and they're sitting on top of the ladder, so couldn't be in a much better position.
You're not wrong there, mate.
Which way are we kicking? We didn't see the toss because we're too busy yakking.
I think we're going down the tuck shop end, Norsa Fiery.
Tuck shop end's down there where the tuck shop no longer is.
That's right, mate.
We'll call that the northern end, wouldn't we?
Northern end.
And the club room end or whatever.
Yeah. But Brad's still out on the oval. I'm pretty sure that's him.
He's giving instructions.
He's barking a few instructions out, isn't he?
He is, but he knows how important. Like, it's a pretty important game.
Oh, mate, this is bigger than Ben Hur. This one.
These could be, potentially Central's got a very good side, but these could be, playing off in finals. So, any advantage somebody can get, you get it. Righto, what do we got here? We got Big Woo, the big Ben English for Westies in the ruck in the centre. Umpire Paul Trussell, I told you he'd be umpiring. Who's he got with him? Where are we? Who's umpiring with him? Is young Caden Noble umpiring?
Yeah, that's right. I think he's only done a couple of games, mate, so they've virtually thrown him in the deep end a little bit.
Good on him, and the trouble is he's a bit of a Northie too, so I hope the Westies don't say, he's a Northie, But anyway, so we've got big Adam Nicol for the Magpies. Here we go, we're about to start. I better get my clock going here. And Big Woo English and Adam Nichols to start the start proceedings. Down she goes. Little Treasure's in there for the Magpies. Oh, he didn't want the ball at that occasion. She's a bit scrappy, coming out towards the commentary car. Working hard, Samuel Flanagan. Gets a touch on it. Umpire Trussell says play on. Well, that could have been in the back, perhaps, of the Westies bloke. And the umpire says no, I'll have a ball up. Just on the centre wing side, close to the club rooms. She's going to start. It'll be Pitt family first up, won't it, Willie?
Oh, yeah, you'd have to say so, mate. The boys will be going in pretty hard. Like you said earlier on, Fire, there's a bit on it.
That's right. Here comes Nicol down to Flanagan now. Oh, there's big Aaron Smith. He might have got a free kick, did he? No. Ben English was penalised for holding the man, I think. And Sam Flanagan, male medalist for the Maggies a couple of years ago. Kicks out wide to Nicol, made good position on the wing. He's got it, the big number 11. Left footer, raking left footer. got a haircut that I'm envious of. Goes wide towards Sammy Venning, come over from South Whyalla this year. Couldn't get hold of the footy. Young Smith's under there as well. Westies players battling hard. Not sure who's at the bottom of the pack there. Hazeldean's there for Westies. Here's young Smith again. He didn't really want the footy either. Shouldn't be critical, should I? Out it comes right down in the forward pocket, not far from the camera position there, with our great man Roy Rogers in control down there. Pretty scrubby, as we said, because they all want to get a possession, but it won't be very open footy, especially in the first 10 or 15 minutes. Over the boundary line, and we got boundary umpires. No, it's a ball up, is it, Willie, I think?
Yeah, you know, it's the trust said, no, I'll have it.
Up she goes now. Be Big English and Venning it was on this occasion. Comes down towards the little chappie, I reckon that was. And once again, she stacks on the mill. Gee whiz, I've only played a minute and a half, but there's been about 5 ball ups already, so Truss will get the hamstrings working. Up she goes again. Venning and English. English for Westies, got a bit of a tap. Westies player coming through, could have been impeded. Play on. There's Trezise, got hold of the footy onto that left boot. Back there's Hazeldean, couldn't get hold of the footy. It's only about 30 metres out from the north goal. And it'll be a boom and stacks on the mill again. Gee, we're going to call that a bit, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like at the stage. She's pretty scrappy.
Well, they're all fired up and
yeah,
they're pretty fit at this stage. She'll open out later on. Venning got the tap for the Magpies. But it's West Whyalla got hold of the footy. Quick handball over the back. Oh, gee, that's Danzig down there. Back in again was Judd, I reckon it was. Yes, young Angus Judd. Burke's around there for the Magpies, number 4. And once again, the old ball up. They get up, umpire Trussell. I think there's only the 2 umpires, is there? Yep, young Kane and Paul Trussell. Umpire's coach, of course, Truss. Right, comes down again. North Whyalla get hold of the footy. Long way away there, can't quite see who it is. And that man Trussell, we've mentioned him more than any of the players so far, haven't we?
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong.
Up she goes. Venning again in the ruck, and English. Comes down to Hazeldean, round the body, but only one player there. And I'm not sure who that was. But anyway, North Whyalla gets it over to Nickel. Centre half forward, first shot on goal. It's going to fade to the right-hand side. And we'll have the first... No, we won't have a minor score. It'll be out of bounds on the full. That player back there for Northies was young Liam Heron with the headgear on. Right, it's in that back defensive pocket for Westies. Who's that? Is that Shannon Winder's got it? I reckon it is, right back there. He'll be dangerous in front of goals too, don't worry. Towards Big Nickel for the Maggies. Comes down to Trezise, where he's at his best on the bottom of the pack. Couldn't get a good kick away. A few bumps. Now they get hold of the footy. Sam Flanagan's in there, along with the player of Cody Patterson. And for Westies at number 4. And she's a ball up once again. Gee whiz, no score yet. We've played about 3.5 minutes in the Robin McInerney Cup. For 2019, North Whyalla celebrating their 100th year. Here's big Aaron Smith for Westies, right in the centre square, where we'd like to hit a couple of sixes from on that pitch there during the summer, Willie. And running out's Elliot McNamara, good stuff, good kick out in front. Now that's what they want to do, isn't it? If you put it out in front, they can run onto it. No good kicking on the head?
No, just they made this ground a bit shorter too, Fiery, just having a look at it.
Oh, I think it's always been the same length, hasn't it? A bit shorter, you reckon?
I reckon, mate. I'm looking with them goals, huh?
Directly in front, Elliot McNamara's gone out to the right-hand side. Could be the first score in the Robin McInerney Cup for 19, though, and it is. Westies get first blood. They're one behind. North Whyalla yet to score. And as we said, been a bit scrappy, but who's going to kick out? David Atkinson back there, premiership player for the Magpies, going to go short in the pocket to Nickel. He's been pretty prominent, Adam Nickel.
Yeah.
Big fella, got a bit of ability, hasn't he? Just got to show it all the time.
Did he come from Runa Bay?
He did, yes, yep. With Fossil Malcolm as well. A couple have come over there. Kicks not far from the commentary car. Here's Timmy Brown. He's a dour defender, and it goes over the boundary line in front of, that's the other McNamara, Miles McNamara, and young Wendland, Timmy Wendland's son, Michael. Couldn't think of his name for a minute, could think of the butcher's name, but Timmy Wendland, the carve and cut butcher, a great supporter of the Magpies too. Right, boundary umpire Burke, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, that's him.
I've got young Burkey, he's a classic. Trezise and Winders having a bit of how to do there, standing each other. Big English got it down. Comes now towards McNamara, that was Remy Starkey. Round the corner there was Billy Joe Russell, who's come across from South Augusta. I reckon he's got some real ability, number 17 there. Young Indigenous lad. Played in South Augusta's last 3 premierships, and they've talked him to come and play for Westies to try and win a premiership. So, ball up, umpire Noble this time, right in front of the light tower, so it'll be nice if I could see. Out comes Seymour, he's back from Crystal Brook for the year, and he tackles hard the Westies player, and down they go again for another ball up. Gee whiz, I might need plenty of those lozenges today, I think, with all these balls up, Willie.
Yeah,
Up she goes again. Big woo English and Nichols. English got it down. Here's Kappa, Matty Kirshner. Round the body to centre wing. Here's Chapman. Good, well done, Daniel Chapman, number 28. He's come across from South Whyalla. He's happy to be having a bit of success for Old South. He's struggling a bit here. There it goes. He goes towards Liam King. Off his hands. Comes around the corner to young Harrison Maitland. Only as far as, monkey. David Atkinson dropped a sitter, but he butted up beautifully on the boot. Up she goes towards centre half forward. Here's big Aaron Smith. He's been playing on. Watch this, straight through. Doesn't shirk an issue. There's Miles McNamara through that. The umpire agreed with me. And young chappie got his second kick in about 30 seconds. He'll get another one. Westie's one behind. Northie's yet to score. Chappie's got it. And if I can work out my clock here, 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Didn't know what to do with it. Here's Clothier, one of the best players in Whyalla in his heyday. Got a bit of bad knee, number 10. Barry Robin, number 2. There you go. A couple of champions wore that for North Whyalla. Goes in hard. Somebody's come down pretty hard, but I think he'll be all right. Comes towards Remy Starkey for West Whyalla at centre half back. Can't control the footy. Battling hard there with young Heron. Over the ball. Umpire Trussell has no alternative once again to ball it up. Right in the centre half forward position for North Whyalla. They've had it up there a bit, but yet to score after 7 minutes. And a very dire struggle, Willie.
Yeah, they've had a fair bit of their play, and the only time that Westies have taken the ball straight down there, it was only a minor score, but yeah, no, that was Westies will be happy with that. But you know, the Pies have had all the play. Yeah,
they have, and we've seen Chad Burke out of that throwdown. Rush it forward quickly, and big Jai Harvey was out for a year or so with a broken leg last year. Big Jizer, number 28, having a set shot on goal. It's only 25 metres out, about a 45-degree angle. He's dragged that one to the left-hand side. Never looked comfortable with the kick, did he? Dropped it terribly, and it's gone through for the minor score. So she's all locked away in the Robin McInerney Cup 2019, the Maggies' 100th year game, their big celebration game. From fullback came from Hazeldine, and that went to Ian Mills. He's a tough customer. I tell you what, his elbows are all shined up usually. And he goes, but it took a bounce, goes to the outer side wing. Up high from the back there was Matty Holmes, couldn't get it. Here's a junkyard dog, Timmy Brown. Beautiful handball to Atkinson, couldn't keep it in though, over the boundary line. True centre wing, outer side of the ground, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Well, Aaron Smith, and we've got big Nickel again. He's going to have to carry a bit of the rucking. He might change with Jai Harvey a bit. Nobody got a clear kick, comes out the back of the pack. There's Holmes, I think. No, it's not. It's that Billy Joe Russell. Shows a fleet of foot. Beautiful. Goes towards the full forward line, and there's that man of yours, Willie. That's Nathan Grazona out in front of Timmy Brown on this occasion. And he's going to have a set shot from about, 40 metres out. In front of the old scoreboard. We've got the old scoreboard because it hadn't worked for a while. Nathan Grazona, like you said, Willie, he can be dangerous if he gets opportunities.
He's pretty quick to duck out the back as well, mate, and run into open goals, Goose.
They do it well. Here he is, deliberate. He's kicked a lot in his career, of course. He's still only young, but he's played a lot of footy in successive sides. He's pulled that one to the left, is it? Yes, and that finally goes over. A bit of hanky-panky down in the trying to touch it, but it's gone through for another behind. Westies score their second. Northies have got 1, 3 scoring shots. So there you go. We've played 9 minutes. So we're certainly going to see a very tight game, I reckon. There's, I reckon, young Quisty, the coach's son, got a kick in, or somebody back there, gave it to David Atkinson. They're heroes, isn't it? Good to see the young blokes around.
Oh, hell yeah.
Big Nichols up there, and Aaron Smith. Nickel, good mark. He's probably Northie's one of probably best player so far. Goes on with it towards Burke. Yes, he's an experienced campaigner. He wasn't frightened, put his body in, and he's got it. Might have to put the sunburn cream on if the sun comes out, old Burkey. Goes short to Seymour. Seymour's going to go back to Burke. Here we go. They have 4 possession between. Oh, now we're in a bit of trouble with the old Maggies. Nah, got it over to Kirshner. 2 on 2 here. Remy Starkey did well to keep him out of full bounds on the full, and that's what he's done. The pressure is out of bounds on the full. So big Aaron Smith will take the kick. He's played a lot of footy. G'day, Mick Gale. Footy committee man standing out there for Northies watching proceedings. Just outside the commentary car. Comes towards Seymour from Aaron Smith. Picked up by Elliot McNamara. Got swung. Play on, said umpire Noble. Heads over the ball down there. There's Kirshner. Where angels fear to tread, as Dennis Committee would say. And once again, she goes down, another ball up. So, we'll see what happens. It'll open out a bit once they all get a few kilometres in the legs. Up it goes again, the big English, and well, I was right, Harvey's in it. Here's a good looking kick there from the young fella in Angus Judd on his left boot. But he's hooked it too far. Put it up for the wind to have a go. A minor score again. 3 behinds, the Dragons. The Maggies are 1 behind. And we've played, if I can get my stopwatch going here, 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Little fella gets a bit, isn't it good to see the kids?
Oh, heck yeah.
You know, and a beautiful ground for that.
Yeah, yeah.
You would have run around when you were that age, having a look and, you know, watching.
No, we were still in Manor Hill then.
Oh, well, you wouldn't have played too much footy in Manor Hill.
No.
Good town though. Right, Dave Atkinson's kicked it out to Sammy Venning. Sam Venning, what an athlete. Police officer here in the Whyalla Police Force. Goes out long again towards Wayne Dare. He'll mark it. No, he won't. In front's Kirshner. Claimed it. And umpire Truss was giving it to him off 4 pairs of hands.
Yeah.
That's all right. Kirshner's got it for the Maggies right in front of the A-Quest commentary car. Goes up towards Nickel. Oh, he was well held out of it. Back there was Hazeldine. Also the player in Mitch Danzik. Came out Sam Flanagan. He's at the bottom of the packs. Could have been holding the ball. I think, yes, Westie's supporters said it was. And there you go. Comes to, might be Saul Tonkin there, I think. Now he goes short towards Angus Judd. He'll sweep around on his left foot. Of course, the dad Damien's the principal of Samaritan College. Beautiful kick by Judd across the other side to number 10 there. That's young Tom Quinn. They're all young. I'm calling them all young. Well, they are compared to you and me, Willie, aren't they?
Yeah, you're not wrong there, mate. Young Shannon there, well, not young now. He's getting on a bit, but he's the record holder there. Had possession of the ball and just took it over the boundary line.
And we're going to have to see another boundary throw in.
He's someone the black and white Guernseys don't really want to see with the football, especially if he's 40 or 50 yards out from goal.
That's for sure. Aaron Smith gets a tap down beautifully. Elliot McNamara onto the left foot, goes into the danger zone, but there's 3 Magpies there. They work it out well. Here's Seymour, he's good at that. Look how he just evaded the player there in the goal square. Doesn't panic, comes out towards Kirshner. Kirshner's got the run of it. Oh, beautifully done by the Dragon player though there. Bring it across. He tries hard to keep it in. That's Harrison Maitland. Did beautifully. Over the top to Billy Russell. Good handball. Young blokes combining to Judd. Back to Maitland. Maitland, beautiful kick inside the 50. That was good play by the Dragons. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
And who's got the footy? Yep, it's Damien Coyne. So he'll have a shot from about 45. He's right at the right angle for us to see. Camera's up the other end, but I'm sure our great man Roy Rogers is doing the trick up there. Here he is. We've got a beautiful view of this. What do you reckon? A little bit right hand post and kick through it. What do you reckon?
Left hand post, Fiery.
Left
hand post. It used to be down here when I played.
Righto. Let's see what happens.
And she'll come back.
Right hand post. And it didn't come back. No doubt about you, Willie. No substitute for experience, mate. You've got it. A minor score for the Dragons. That's their 4th. Gee, they're ruining that perhaps with the aid of a slight breeze. It's going that way a little bit, isn't it? Towards the North Club room end. Right, play on. They didn't mess around, did they?
No.
But I've seen Sam Flanagan's got it right out in the back pocket. He's going to come in, boy. That's dangerous, but it's a good kick. Over to Atkinson, gives it back to Flanagan, got the orange boots so the umpies can notice him. Beautiful kick. Now it's up to the wing, but working back there is Ian Mills. Hang on, there's a free kick for holding on, I think. Yep. Truss has found a free kick. He didn't know he had it, but Liam King's got it. The new physio in town. Well, young Liam, he's a board. What do they call it when they put this on the boards? You know, with the kite up the top. Windsurfing.
Yeah, windsurf. Yeah,
couldn't think of it. North Whyalla get it down, beautifully done, and it's a couple of quick kicks down there, and I reckon that might be Chris Waugh, is it? No, it might be. Let's have a look. No, it's who would it be? Chad Clothier within shot. Shame on me not knowing Chad Clothier, but it's a long way away. We're not getting any younger, Willie.
Fair comment, matey. We, as long as there's not a black Labrador alongside the car and a white stick, mate. All right, so
known as Shaggy comes in as he kicked a fair few in his time. That wind's pretty difficult from the outer side. Kicked into the teeth of the wind, and it's gone off again. Gee, we're hard to find some goals, Willie.
Oh, you're not wrong, mate.
4 behinds to 2 points. West Whyalla in front by that 2 points. And we've played nearly 15 minutes in this first quarter. Westie's getting out to Big Woo English. He's on the half-back flank outer side. Good looking kick towards Matty Holmes. He's got a bit of pace. Can he use it? No, Timmy Brown worried him out of it. And it's over the boundary line. Outer side on the half-forward flank in the North Whyalla attacking zone. Big couple of big nights coming on at Central's North and South tonight, of course, for their 100 years.
Yeah, I was talking to Handbrake Harry Percy just the other day, Fiery. An old mate that I played a lot of football against, bloke by the name of Wayne Renfrey, stopping with Harry Percy.
Right.
And that would be good to catch up with Wayne.
Oh, we've had a boundary throw in, and we've gone over again for another boundary throw in. So she's pretty congested. as the president of North Whyalla puts his gear in the back of the commentary car, because it is his car after all. He can do what he likes. As long as he doesn't drive it away, and we're going to call a game at Maitland or somewhere.
No, we'll keep an eye on him, mate. We'll keep an eye on him.
Free kick goes to Smith on the half-back flank. Finally we get it, and I reckon the umpire said that's a 50 metre.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bit of a how do you do between Daniel Adamson and Matty Holmes. Not much in it, but Daniel Adamson's another one that's come from another club this year for the Magpies. He's come from the Roos. Smith gets it inboard towards Atkinson. Oh, it's wayward though. Here's Maitland. Got rid of it very quick. Here's Sam Flanagan. Let's see what he can do. He's always at the bottom of the pack. Can't do much. He's under beautiful pressure. There's Judd. Judd on the left boot for Westies. He'll go long. Oh, beautiful smother there by Flanagan. Now that's what you call a second effort. Comes around the corner now though to Miles McNamara. Got it beautifully over there to Harrison Maitland. He goes long. Here's Wayne Dare. They're talking. And that was Wayne Dare and Luke Seymour had to work it out together for the Magpies, and Seymour eventually got it. Goes short here to David Atkinson, who's right in front of our commentary car on the opposite side to all those boundary throw-ins were. And the monkey, David Atkinson, term of endearment that is, goes towards Harvey, but into the wind, and the wind's... Joy Harvey looked like me running then, pretty slow. But anyway...
He was going up and down on the one spot for it.
He was. Righto, Westies have got it now. Harrison Maitland, they desperate for a goal, perhaps just to get that bit of advantage. Goes long towards centre half forward, looking for Elliot McNamara. Up he goes. Oh, Wayne Dare in front though. He's a true backman, and he gets in front, puts his body in front, and he's got a beautiful mark. A-grade games record holder for North Whyalla, 260 odd games. Comes out wide to Chad Burke. Gets in front, can't get it. Well done, young Judd. Here's Miles McNamara. She's scrappy again. Chappie's there. Paul Chapman's his dad. Well, Daniel Chapman's the lad that's out here. And Stacks on the mill. Trezors gets up last, which is not unusual for Josh Trezise. 4-time premiership player for the Maggies. Adam Nicol. Good tap down to Kirshner. Kirshner's going to get it out, is he? Yes, eventually. Umpire says not before I ball it up. Nicol and English again. Looks like English is nearly on his own in the ruck for Westies. Comes down towards that Billy Joe Russell. Kicks towards centre half back, off the ground. Atkinson, well done. It's not going to pay dividends, though, I think, as Westie's going to come up with it. Kicked in the man. Here's Sammy Flanagan. Watch if he can get hold of it. Handballs to Burke for the Magpies. Another quick handball to Liam King. Trying to spot somebody up forward. Here we go. Chad Clothier out of the goal square. Watch what he can do. Well done, Westie's back there. Dropped the ball, but did it well because he hit him on the boot. There's Ian Mills. Gets it over that man. Shannon Winders. Centre half back true for the West Whyalla Dragons. Goes like a 3-on-1. Wayne Dare, like I said. Hold of a professional. Punches it away. Over to Judd again. Got it towards Remy Starkey. Well done, Matt Kershaw for the Magpies. He got out wide to Daniel Adamson. He going to turn on his left? No, he goes back inboard. Free players up there. That's young Smith. That's number 1, Blake Smith for the Maggies. What can he do with it? Turns inside out. Yes, got past the player. Had a bounce. Goes towards Burke using his body. Rushing out hard too is Flanagan. Butters up again, quickly handball over the back, but it didn't pay because Hazeltine got it for the Dragons. He got it out, and they'll get the resultant kick out wide, and it'll go over the boundary line once again in front of Remy Starkey, who's only a young bloke as well. All these young blokes seem to get taller as years go on, they don't they?
Yeah, they do. Young Sam Flanagan's very competitive out there today. He's really at the footy, you know. And sometimes he's not getting it, but by gee, he's making it tough for the opposition.
Up they go again. Comments, Willy Sleep. We get it out now through Nicol. Trezise in there, beautifully handball to the relation in Matty Kirshner. Handballs over the top, really nobody, but Venning gets hold of it. Watch him run. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. Look at him go, Sammy. Can he deliver into the forward line towards Burke? Yes, he's got it. And that's great play. That's what you can do off a wing or half-back line if you got a bit of run, can't you?
Oh, mate, yeah, he took up 100 mile an hour. There was no one anywhere near him then, far. He was like a bloody dingo on Fraser Island. He was gone.
Yeah. Now, Chad Burke, very coached the Magpies to back-to-back premierships in 14 and 15, I reckon, wasn't it? Or 14 and 15 it was, yep. In he comes. Should be bread and butter for Berkey. Let's have a look what the umpire says. It's across the face. In fact, it's still in. Wow, nobody down there for the Magpies. That's a bit of a blue. Comes out now towards the player in Sam Moore. Kim Moore played a lot of footy. There's the siren. He wasn't a long quarter, was it? 20 minutes. There you go. Not many goals though, Willie.
No.
So let's have a look. Quarter time. We can't give you the goal kickers because there is none.
Yeah.
West Whyalla the Dragons, Robin McInerney Cup 2019, 4 behinds. North Whyalla 2 behinds. Give us a couple of comments, Willie. What do you reckon?
Hey, look, mate, I reckon that Nicol's playing a big part in the game. Aaron Smith started off all right. I thought he dropped out of the game a little bit towards the end of that quarter. Buddy Goods has given him something up forward. Sam Flanagan's been hard at it. Like I mean, a lot of times that he hasn't got the footy, he's made it really, really hard for the opposition. And Shannon Winders, Shanna's can always get kicks, you know. But yeah, she's pretty even, fiery.
Certainly
pretty
is.
easy.
Yep. Right, they'll have their quarter time huddles, and we'll be back with the second quarter very, very shortly.
Yeah!
Righto. Coming through all right, Roy? No worries, mate. Cheers. I'll have a voice for tonight, hopefully. Right, we're back into it. Second quarter of the big Robin McInerney Clash of 2019. North Whyallah's big centenary celebrations, of course, today. Comes out towards Flanagan again for North. Off the back of the pack, Seymour again. He's had a pretty good start too. Towards Kirshner, he couldn't get it. Play on, said the umpire. And I reckon I'll run out over the boundary line, right out on that outer side Memorial Oval, over there by the school that one of North Whyallah's great achievers, Barry Charles Robin, went to. Memorial Oval Primary. What was it? That was Whyalla South then?
Yeah, Memorial Oval, mate, or South Whyalla School. His name's on the shield over there. He captained the side, the South Whyalla, the South football side in 1959. 1959, because I've been over there and had a look at the shield, Tafari.
We're going to get people to sit down here, won't be able to see.
Yeah.
Righto. You talk to them and I'll watch the footy. No, they'll move. Oh,
hey. I'll tell them.
All right, yeah, all right, yeah.
Hey, excuse me, fellas. We're sort of commentating the game here, so can you just move back a little bit, please? Hey, that's all right, mate. I don't want any trouble, because I'll send Fiery out.
G'day, mate. Righto, North Whyalla get it up towards their forward pocket.
Thanks, fellas.
Here's Hazeldean, gets hold of the footy in front of Venning, once again over the boundary. I'm going to see a lot of this, there's no doubt about that.
All right, Fiery, we've sorted them spectators out.
Sorry about that, people, but if we can't see the game, we can't call the game, and there's no better man than Willy Sleeve. He thought he was going back to his umpire days there, and he was just telling people what they should be doing. 4 behinds to 2 behinds, the Dragons in front. We're into the second quarter of this game. It's the outer side, the opposite pocket to where the cameraman, our amazing man Roy Rogers, is standing. Up she goes from the boundary throw. Big Jai Harvey's in there with English. Comes down towards, I think that's Kirshner on the ball at the moment for North. Here's Ian Mills. He's straight head. Quickly land ball over to Winders. Winders tries that big arc like he normally does. Does it well too. Over the top to his Cody Patterson. Comes out wide here to Mitchell Danzik. He's got the headgear on already. Not the head guard, but the old bandage. And he comes towards Miles McNamara. Did well, put the arms out in front, took a good mark. Out towards the commentary car, centre wing, grandstand side. Miles McNamara onto Remy Starkey. Got one of the man buns. That seems to be the in thing. I'm only jealous though, Willie. I can't grow it. I can grow up, but it'll take about 20 years to get a man bun, I reckon. He goes short. Oh, well done. In between 5 magpies. Right. Was a very good mark by Saul Tonkin. What a player this bloke is. Goes up the centre wing now into attack for West Whyalla. Big Aaron Smith's up there, good hands again. He's a reliable player, isn't he? He doesn't, he's a big unit, but sometimes he looks a bit uncoordinated. By gee, he can play. Up he goes now. Here's Elliot McNamara out in front, comes down towards Matty Kirshner, swings on the left boot, towards Harvey now on the centre wing. He got one for his trouble. Play on, said the umpire. Here's David Atkinson, the runner, Trezise onto the left boot. Oh, he kicked like sometimes he can too, for old Trezor. She's off the side. Comes towards that player in Cody Patterson. Wide handball now to Harrison Maitland. Out towards this bloke that you said, Willie, he's dangerous on his own. Shannon Winders. He's got a player there in Angus Judd helping him. Goes in deep towards full forward. Who's there? I reckon it might be only the Magpies. No, Elliot McNamara did well. Timmy Brown, look at that. The junkyard dog comes through. But here's that's Billy Joe Russell shooting on goal. I reckon it might be out in the full. Or did it sneak in? Another one. 5 behinds the West Whyalla Dragons. North Whyalla 2 behinds. They cannot get through the big sticks, Willie.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but credit to both sides. They are putting a lot of pressure on them, Fiery. A lot of pressure.
Ball in from the kick out from Wayne there, went over the butt of the pack, and there was a clash of bodies. And that bloke with the head strapping on is Mitchell Danzig, and he'll take the resultant free kick. Comes wide towards Billy Joe Russell. I can see why Brad Smith wrapped him up. He can play. And now he goes further into the pocket of Matty Holmes. Sorry for spitting on you there, Willie, but that's the way it goes. Righto, here we go. Matty Holmes doesn't know what to do. He's going to go into that pocket. Elliot McNamara, thank you very much. Like picking cheese, wasn't it? No, picking apples or whatever they say. I don't know. Anyway, Elliot McNamara's got it. Another man bun. She's the in thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good on him.
That was something you could grab a hold of many years ago, for
yeah, and you would have.
You know, bit harsh for him.
Yeah, good play, Elliot McNamara. I don't reckon we'll see him at Whyalla Footy League for too long. Surely he'll play at SANFL level or have a go at least. Deliberate kick. The cameraman's right in position, but he could see then that she went out of bounds on the full. Didn't look confident running in, did he, Willy?
No.
Just sort of put it there instead of right. I reckon that's half the trouble in the AFL nowadays too. Just look at the spot and kick the blooming thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, who's got the free kick back there? Luke Seymour. He's had a fair bit of it too. Number 9, very reliable player. As I said, he's played in a few premierships. Last 3 for Crystalbrook in the northern areas. Decided to come home. Still lives in Crystalbrook, but came home for the 100-year celebration, which good on him, I reckon. He comes wide down towards the West Whyalla coach's box. Matty Holmes said, Matty Kirsch, you got the same name as me, so I'll just butt you with my elbow just on the chest to say, you know, just so I'm still here. Tough customers, especially Matty Kirsch, huh? Gee whiz. Boundary throw in, out she comes. Big nickel and woo English. English over the back, got a good tap. Came down towards Maitland, I reckon it is. Good little handball out to Judd. He'll have to get on his left boot. And he does because it's perfect for him. Goes long, beautiful kick. Here's Grazona out in front. I tell you what, you can see young Juddy's been down in the system down there playing underage in Adelaide because no doubt about it. As we said earlier, you put it out in front and force the player to come to it.
He was, that was like just a lace out, straight into the spot. And a young goose just runs straight onto it.
Exactly. On the chest now, he's on a 45 or 50 degree angle, tucked in the pocket really. And a bit of a hard breeze we've seen today. Can he get the first goal for the game and the first for the Dragons, obviously? Good looking kick, I reckon. No, see, once again it goes over to the right. That wind is a bit difficult coming into the face of the wind and another behind. Could be a nil or draw yet, really, in this big game. West Whyalla Dragons 6 behinds, lead North Whyalla by 4 points. They're 2. Here comes Burke, picks it up on the left foot, boot, not foot, it's foot or boot, isn't it, one or the other, and a good kick and finds a player in Jaden Geyer, only a young bloke. Beautiful kick too to Flanagan, gets on with it quickly, tries to go around the umpire, goes out, same story, out in front, fell over, might have hurt himself too, did he?
Yeah.
Chad Clothier. He's in a bit of trouble, Chad. He might even be out to it, but anyway, play goes on to the boundary line. No, he's all right. He's.
I'll keep an eye on Chad.
Did he hurt the old knee as he went for it?
Yeah, I don't know if he went down on his head.
Might have been what it was, I think. Yep. Yeah, just landed a bit awkwardly.
Yeah.
But he's right, I think. Meanwhile, over by the old scoreboard, we're going to call it the old scoreboard because it doesn't work, and it's a throw-up by umpire Noble. Comes down. Here's Elliot McNamara, dodged around one, went up towards the half-back flank to his brother Elliot. Look at that. Good mark. Should have been paid that, surely. Yep, umpire Trussell's called that from down the field a bit. It's probably a little bit of inexperience from Caden there, the other umpire, but that's all right. You learn. If you're not out there, you can't learn, can you? Elliot McNamara's got it.
Exactly right.
Goes wide to, that'll be big Hazeldine, I reckon, out there. The bloke's waving his arms over here. I never used to kick at anybody who waves their arms. I should call for it, I reckon.
Yeah.
Anyway, goes down that wing. That is Hazeldine or Hazeldine, I'm not sure. Or a bit of a shove out there from Wayne Dare. But anyway, Judd's got it. Up towards centre half forward for West Whyalla. But the only player there is number 1 for the Maggies. That's Blake Smith. Quick handball over to Seymour who gets another possession. Burke starting to come on his own as well. Number 4, Baldy Burke, we'll call him. He'll take that in good spirits. Goes long now. Good looking kick here. Look at this to Flanagan. That's gone 45 metres and right on him. Flanagan plays on, puts it in front of the player running backwards in Geyer, I think it is. Good little tap over to Trezise. What's this? Off the boot. Beautiful thing. Here's Clothier. Bounced the wrong way. And West Whyalla were lucky. Chad Clothier's not happy, but just the way it bounced. Here we go. Good play by the West Whyalla defender back there. That was, should have known him. That was Cody Patterson. And looks like now Jai Harvey's got the mark. Goes back into full forward. 2 on 1 here. Chad Clothier standing at the back. Didn't even go for it. I think he's still feeling the effects of that bump. Here's Trezise once again doing what he does best. Gives it to Venning. Puts it high, wide and handsome into the pocket. Those little fellas want to watch out down there. In fact, it hit one of the little fellas. So that's probably a warning to get out of it, little fellas. He's taking it on the back. The crowd laughed, but just what it wasn't on his noggin, I think. On his back, he'd be right.
No, his head back up to the seat. He's on his old man's knee at the moment. I think he's all right.
Sam Moore got it in the back pocket for Westies. Play on as Harvey got the tap. Comes to Venning. Venning gets it over to young Heron. Heron to centre half forward. Flanagan will get it. Flanagan's marked it 30 metres out from goal. The Magpie faithful around us get the clap going because they're pretty happy as Flanagan's got it. Centre half forward. 35 metres, 30 metres out from goal. Virtually direct in front. Whyalla News medalist, played in Northern Territory, working up in the Northern Territory, but he's home for a bit of a sabbatical for quite a few games. I think he might disappear for a few and then he's back towards the end of the year. Sam Flanagan, well, can we get a goal for the first time in the game? In he comes, shouldn't miss this, surely. Goes in,
She looked pretty...
and
Oh, no.
he has missed it. Well, blow me down. Nearly 10 minutes in the second quarter, we haven't got a major. North Whyalla go to 3 behinds, West Whyalla 6 behinds. Gee whiz. Hazeldean again goes out towards Judd in the back pocket. Can't get it. Well done, Flanagan, once again. He's lively, isn't he, Flanagan?
Oh.
Like he's all over the place. Doesn't give in, like you say. He doesn't necessarily control it and real today, this is, real classy one touch, but he's at it all the time. Although, having said that, they'll probably, when they're watching this replay, will say, why did he say that? He's a Whyalla News medalist. He is a classy player.
Oh.
But anyway, in she comes from the boundary umpire. We'll have Harvey against Aaron Smith this time for West. Good tap down to Starkey. Starkey got a quick handball over the top to Maitland. Maitland in turn to Judd. He can run as well. Bit like Venning does for the Magpies. Kicks it long under the play well is Wendland. Couldn't get it. At the back, Seymour, the experience. Good handball over to Venning again. He dropped what he should have taken with that handball there. Butted up. He's got the footy. I think he's dropped it. What does umpire Trussell say? He says no. It's holding it to him and we'll have a ball up. Outer wing, Memorial Oval. We've got the Dragons kicking towards the, what do you call it, the tuck shop end,
The old
because
tuck
it used
shop
to be
in
there.
Footy. There used to be a shop down there many years ago.
You bought a couple of pies and pasties and lollies from there in your time?
Yes, Footy we did. And, I remember Doug Matchett, he used to lift the ball out the centre of the ground on the roof of the tuck shop in his day.
Jaden Guy gets a good mark at centre half forward, pokes it towards Flanagan again, over to Venning. Venning will put it into the pressure side. He might even get a goal here. What's happening? It is. It's the first goal. He's kicked it from about 40 metres. He didn't really intend it to go through for a goal, but it doesn't matter because he's in the paper tomorrow. And it's a goal to the North Whyalla Magpies. They go to 1-3-9. They're in front now, West Whyalla 6 behinds. And it was just a bit of a quick kick to put pressure on the backman down forward, and it went over the head and straight through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she was a good goal to pick up, mate. Could be, your Westies left, could have been found asleep there. There was no one on the line. And, as you quite well know as a coach, Fiery, you don't like to see balls bounce through the goal and there's no one there to maybe stop it.
That's for sure. Back in the centre, the big men go up again. Oh, there's a bit of push and shove here. Shannon Winder's been put on the ball now, I think. Goes towards centre half forward, but guess who's there? That Seymour bloke. Jeez, he's going all right. He just judges the ball so well. And he doesn't panic. Look at that. Just waits for it. Kicks it on, only 20 metres, but finds a player. Jai Harvey, the big fella, number 29. Seymour's asking for it again. Jai's going to come along towards Sam Venning, and why not? He's got a few touches. Oh, good play by Hazeldean at the back. Here's Miles McNamara, a will-o'-the-wisp. Beats Chappie, who's no slow coach either. Goes up towards Billy Joe Russell. He looks good too. He's just very composed. Beautiful kick to Matty Holmes in the pocket. Is he going to be paid? No, he's not going to be paid. It's off hands and out of bounds. Right in front of the camera. It's all right. Ben Glody walked past, but it's all right. We can see through you, mate. It's all right. The faithful here all around the commentary car. There's out in droves, and so they should be for the 100-year celebration. Big night tonight, 400 people over the club rooms just behind us.
Yeah, I was having a look on Facebook earlier on, Fiery, and they said, hey, don't bother coming down because there's no tickets left.
That's it. Wayne Dare gets it from centre half back for the Magpies. Up towards the centre position, towards the cricket pitch there. Coming through beautifully. Oh, that was young Daniel Chapman.
Oh,
laid a good tackle. There's another good one. Perhaps should have been holding the ball. Play on, they said. Comes the advantage of the Magpies. He goes long towards Big Nickel. He should, or gets pushed under a bit, but play on. Back there too now is the West Whyalla defender in Saul Tonkin. He'll be cool and calm. Watch this. Just sizes things up. Says what he wants his player to do. Says go wide and then kicks it out in front of him and out of bounds. Well, he was cool, but it's right in that pocket again. They haven't really gained anything there.
No.
So calling that, but it's a bit of a dead pocket, I suppose, isn't it? Is that where you'd be going as a coach? You'd be saying to play that pocket or this pocket as a dead pocket?
No, I'd be bringing them over this side,
yep,
Fiery myself, yeah.
Probably can attack from there with the way the breeze is. Boundary throw-in in front of the old scoreboard. Well, we've got a goal. 1-3-9 the Maggies. The Dragons are 6 behinds. 14 minutes just ticked over in this second quarter. Good game of footy, really. Liam King gets it off the boundary throw and kicks. Here's Adam Nickel. Can't control the footy. 2-on-1. He's battling hard for it. Westie's working hard. Well, good handball. Over to Miles McNamara. He's taken. Well done. Play on, they called. Here's that bloke in Danzig again. Kicks it long, but only as far as Wayne Dare, who's pushed down with a bit of a zone. Judges the footy well, and he's got it at, just in the corner of the centre square, actually on the attacking side for the Magpies. Hands in the back there by Nichols. And umpire Noble says, no, it's all right, we'll pay that. Hands in the back can happen nowadays? Not sure.
Yeah,
I think that is changing.
I reckon he just put his hands up there just to stop the player. I don't think there was a push there for it.
Righto, we're right in line with this as we were earlier for one of the Westies. Adam Nichols had a fairly good influence on the game. So he should. He's about 6'5" and can run like lightning. So
yeah.
He should be able to get a few kicks. In he comes, left foot. Now you said left-hand post, I said right. He's hit it to the right and he's kicked a goal. There you go.
Right,
so just drifted a little bit there. Right in the middle, and the Magpies are on fire. They got 2 goals. After no goals till about the 11-minute mark of the second term by either team, North have hit back with a couple. And they're pretty happy, all the supporters and the players. 2-3-15, the North Whyalla Magpies, West Whyalla Dragons, 6 behinds. Second term here, the Robin McInerney Cup. 15 minutes gone this second term. A couple of important goals with the breeze there, Willie.
Oh, very important. I was listening to Christy before the game in the sheds, and he made a big point to the footballers in the centre of the ground, fiery, hey, don't give them easy kicks in the centre so they can feed their forward lines. He said, just stop that engine room and we'll go a long way to winning the game.
No worries. Back in the centre, Big Woo English got up against Jai Harvey, but it came down to a 0-0 draw again, and they'll do it all again. Big Woo got it. Used their body well. Here's Flanagan. No, running on towards Atkinson. Parried the player off. Now looks, sets the eyes up and kicks it beautifully. Good play. That's Hickey out there, I think. Kicked it long, high, wide and handsome, but not to the best advantage. I reckon it's out of bounds on the full. Yep, it sure is.
Bit of a wasted opportunity there, Fiery.
It was, because he could have put it into the teeth of the square. Anyway, she's back in from the kick-in. Here's Kirshner, I reckon, down there. What's he doing down that far? Kicked it out of that pocket. It's been in that pocket a lot. Dean couldn't get the mark, and it's gone off his hands and over for another boundary throw-in. Trying to pick that up. Yeah, it was young Jay Kicky out the other side. Got a few good young players in this side, both sides. So that augurs well, but just the other grades are struggling a bit for numbers in Whyalla footy at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, mate. We're in a bit of strife.
Righto. Let's concentrate on the play. There's the Magpies by 9 points. Second quarter, the Robin McInerney game. Up she goes again. Sam Venning against Woo English again. Trezise came through, couldn't take the footy. Russell it was, got it up high. Protected the ball beautifully there, the North Whyalla player. And who's that? That's Daniel Chapman. Protected it beautifully. Got it centre rifle right on the 50 arc. He could nearly roost it from there. He's a good kick, young chappie. Yeah, he's a good kick. On the run especially. So he goes back like a Ben Brown. Nearly pushes off the old tuck shop foundations. Yeah. Now he's set. See, we thought he was going to pass it. Now he's set himself. So you've got to kick it, son. Set himself. In he comes. Gets on the run a bit. Gets close to the man on the mark and has to kick it up in the air. Who can come from behind? Nickel nearly can. Down the back, Flanagan, over the left shoulder, kicked a sausage roll. That's where he's at his best, isn't he? Good scout. Adam Nickel got it down. So all you have to do is get it down and let the on-baller do the trick, and Sam Flanagan did. 3-3-21, the Maggies. West Whyalla, 6 behinds.
Yeah, that was your champagne footy, mate. The big fella went up, brought it down to the front of the pack, and Flanagan knew exactly where he had to be. Exactly where he had to be, mate. Boom, goal.
Good play. 18 minutes into the second term, Robin McInerney Cup. Thanks to Roy Rogers for videotaping this. It's a keepsake for the next 100 years, isn't it?
Yeah, that is right, Freddy.
Good to see it. And the players love to see themselves on it. You know, we watch the AFL and the SNFL and that all the time. The players love to watch a game of footy.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, when they're involved, obviously. Up they go, big Sam Venning now for the Magpies. Down to Burke.
Oh,
didn't have the footy, yep. Shannon Winders getting a bit frustrated. That can happen too when Westies get behind a bit. And Berkey's got it. The premiership coach at North Whyalla, come back for the 100 years as well. Kicks it out in front of Clothier. He'll turn him inside out on the left boot. What do you reckon will happen here, Willie? I'm not even watching. I reckon he'll kick a goal. There you go. Chad Clothier is just such an expert at that. Onto that left foot. He can kick either side the body. He'll have some confidence now. He went down hard earlier. Got a bit shitty because he was feeling worse for wear, but he's come back, bounced back. Came from the centre. Free kick from Winders. Goal. Berkey got it on. And Clothier did the rest, didn't he? Beautiful. 4-3-27 on the scoreboard, the Baggies. Kicking away from West Whyalla, 6 behinds. And there we go. I didn't realise it had a time clock on the scoreboard. That's where I'm going. 19 minutes, and they agree with me. I've got me clock here on the stopwatch. I can look at that.
You're all over it, Forey. You're all over it, mate.
4-3-27, West Whyalla without a goal yet. This could be the well, I don't know about boil over, but it's going to be a big margin from the peg back when they haven't scored a goal. It'll be a long time since they haven't scored a goal at half time if that happens. Comes out of the bounce again to David Atkinson. He gets it out to Liam King. Beautifully shepherded by a young chappie. On the left foot, beautiful kick to Flanagan again. And Flanagan, I tell you what, the Maggies are on song here, Willie.
Go for home,
Flanagan goes for home. And I reckon he'll have a sausage point, is it? Yeah, sausage point. There you go. Just went to the wrong side. The Magpie faithful thought it went through. Wrong side of the stick, as Rex used to say. 4-4-28. Westies 6 behinds.
Yeah, gee, they're winning the ball out the centre of the ground. That was exactly what Christie said before the game. He said, "Hey, if we can start winning the centre and lack their bloody possession in the centre, hey, we'll be hard to beat."
And they've done it well, that's for sure. They've got a bit of a gap there now. Now West Whyalla out of the back. Body work by Venning back there. Comes towards Smith. Just handballed willy-nilly, but it's to their advantage in front of that old scoreboard. West Whyalla back there. Good work, Miles McNamara. Good little handball over to Saul Tonkin. As I said, he doesn't panic. 2-on-2 back here. Hands go up. Timmy Brown's working hard for the Maggies, and he finds it out of bounds on that outer side, on the centre-half forward flank for the Magpies. As we said, they've just got that advantage. 22 points now, and after no goals in the first quarter and 11 minutes of the second quarter, that's a pretty big advantage, isn't it?
Oh, you're not wrong, Fred.
We'll see. Westies can kick a heap of goals in a row, though.
Oh,
they are
heck yeah.
very good side at doing that, so we'll have to see what happens with the wind. And I would say their coach at half-time, Brad Smith, would just say the same story. Get hold of the footy and kick it long and see what can happen. Here we go. Westies get down the back. That's Hazeldine again. I reckon it might be Cody Patterson. Round the body. Protecting the ball once again was the player there. That's Liam King. Come back, as I said, he's a physio now. Come back this year. And found himself in the 100-game match, 100-year match, we'll call it. Flanagan out in front. Good play back there by Sam Moll. Got around a couple of players, kicked it, only towards Atkinson. Here's Aaron Smith running towards footy. Matty Holmes as well. He's caught, got rid of the ball. Here's Atkinson again. Just shrugs off a couple beautifully and then spots up Sam Venning at centre-half forward. Venning will go up long. That's what they're doing, they're kicking long. This is Clothier at his best back here. Can't mark it, though. Saul Tonkin did well. Clothier got off the ground and will go through for another minor score. 1-on-1. Good to see those contests. 1-on-1. It's good. Saul Tonkin, a great player for West Whyalla, and Chad Clothier, a great player for the Maggies. And 1-on-1 down there. Here's Winders back here. He can't be everywhere. So he's back, he's forward.
Oh, geez.
There's not enough of him, is there, at the moment? Anyway, he's going to kick in. There's a siren after 22 minutes again. Half time here at the Robin McInerney Cup. North Whyalla 4 goals 5, which they obviously piled on 4 goals 3 to West Whyala's 2 behinds, and that's virtually the margin. 4-5-29 the Magpies. The Dragons 6 behind, 6 points at half time. We'll do goal kickers for the sake of the videotape. Who got that last one? Because I've got Adam Nicol, Sam Venning, and Sam Flanagan, and Chad Clothier, of course. Number 10 was the other one. So 4 single goal scorers there. I'll just repeat them. Chad Clothier, Adam Nicol, Sam Venning, and Sam Flanagan. 4-5-29, the Maggies. The Dragons 6 behinds. Before we take a quick break, you'll tell us what you reckon, Willie. What do you think?
I think the difference at the moment, mate, is the way that Norths are using the ball, especially up forward where Westies at the moment, haven't got a Sam Flanagan or like Chad Clothier hasn't had a lot of the footy, but hey, when he gets the footy, he normally does something with it. And I reckon both of them got a goal each that quarter, and they were responsible for getting the ball in there, especially Sam Flanagan. That's the way I see it. Norths have got to, Westies have got to be a little bit more intense in the centre of the ground, and no doubt Bradley Smith will be telling them all about that at half time. They've got to get possession in the centre of the ground to stop Norths from getting the ball forward, mate. And I reckon we're looking forward to a very good third quarter, Fiery.
No worries. 4-5-29 the Maggies. Westies 6 behind, 6 points.
Yeah!
Did you know who won out of Rupina in the Bays last night? Did you hear?
Yeah. Bays by about 10 goal.
Did they?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Righto, we're back into it, Roy. All good, mate. Thumbs up. Righto, start of the third quarter. The Magpies by 20. What do we got? 23 points. Up she goes again. Comes out towards Kirster, who's had a pretty good game. Over to Flanagan. Out this close wing here. Near side wing. It's going to beat all the players over the boundary line. And Sam Flanagan got back to it again.
Talking to Christy just before he went out, and I said you'd be pretty pleased, buddy, about their game plan, how to keep the pressure on the centre of the ground. He said to me, no, he said the clearances have been the same, but the difference is our half-back line with blokes like Seymour and the bloke you call the junkyard dog, that Brown.
Yeah, Timmy Brown.
And things like that for you. They made a difference, and a couple of times that quarter you've seen the likes of Flanagan just finish off and also Clothier.
Yep, fair enough, no worries. Righto, boundary throw and come in. Eventually North Whyalla get it out through Nickel towards centre half forward. Back there, good mark back there by Ian Mills for West Whyalla to stop the surge. Westies will be looking for a goal first up to get some confidence. Terrible looking kick though by Mills. Comes towards the centre square. Beautiful work back there by Miles McNamara. Got out to Judd, back to McNamara. McNamara on the good kick too onto the boot. And he's found the player out there in Cody Patterson. Looks a bit better for the Dragons, but now they're at a stalemate because, as you said, that back line's holding up for the Maggies. He goes in long towards the player in Grizona, couldn't get it. All player ridden into the ground for the Magpies. Play on, says the umpire. Comes eventually out to Flanagan. Flanagan get it towards Kirshner, and Kirshner marks on the half-back flank. On the near side here, close to the commentary car. Comes up towards Venning. Venning with two grabs gets it in front of Winders. And Sam Venning. He's an athlete, there's no doubt about that. And here he goes, he's looking into the sun to see what's happening. He'll go along, true centre wing position just in front of his coach's box, the North Whyalla coach. Well, goes up long towards Burke, got a hand to it, but Mills did well. And now it's over the boundary line in front of the West Whyalla coach's box. So, we've only played them about 2 minutes, 4-5-29 the Maggies, the Dragons 6 behinds. Well, there you go, we'll see what happens. It's just a bit stagnant at the moment. I know they've only played a couple of minutes, but Westies will be wanting to get that run going that they're so renowned for. Up she goes, big woo English run. Got a good tap out the back. Come towards the player in Heron though. Gets hold of it, quick little handball to Venning. Venning over to Flanagan. Flanagan's had a fair bit of it. Terrible kick on this occasion. There comes to Winders. Winders goes in that big arc. He loves doing that, doesn't he? Oh. He's got that pace off the mark. Kicks long now, but a bit of a nothing kick, and it's gone straight to the opposition. And Wayne Dare, the ever-reliable Wayne Dare, gets it towards the cricket pitches. Goes up towards the player in, who's that up there? That's young Daniel Chapman at centre half forward. Got a good-looking kick towards Clothier. Couldn't get hold of it. Here's Winders out the back, though, for the Dragons. Kicks out wide. Gee, it's gone wide, all right. Given Cody Patterson the run and Remy Starkey. Starkey tries to shepherd for the player back there. Might have been Danzig back there. Now they get, here's Judd now on the run for the Dragons. On the wing, beautiful looking kick. Oh, Matty Holmes didn't really want that, didn't Class? Here's Flanagan, watch this. Bang, straight through. Didn't get it though. Westie's got it. Good play there. Comes up towards Miles McNamara. Kicks up towards his brother in Elliott, and it's a good grab. And Michael Wendland's not happy, the defender there. He thought he could have got a fist to it, but he couldn't. But Elliott McNamara got in front and took the mark. Number 32, we said the man bung. Now they'll really want this goal, won't they? First goal for the game. Give them a bit of confidence. 9 scoring shots to 6 when you look at it. Just Northies were accurate in that second quarter. 3 minute mark into the third quarter. They call it the premiership quarter. What can happen? Elliott McNamara usually pretty reliable. He's just off centre to the left as he kicks on that southern goal. Comes in and gets a point. The goal umpire hits the chest. They got their 7th. A 0-goal 7 Westies. 3 minutes into the third quarter. You don't see that happen very often.
No, definitely not, mate. I'll tell you what, I bet Brad wouldn't be too happy at the moment the way the proceedings are going, especially with their lack of 6-pointers, you know.
Right, kicked out by Seymour, went straight to Elliott McNamara. Right. Play on they called, and a quick kick around the body, and Grizona got it right in the goal square. Seymour gave him a little one to go on with it, and I reckon the umpire might give a 50, might he? Right back, it's only about 3 paces. No, he says there it is. Right in the goal square, we'll see what happens after they kick it. No, Grizona's got it, and West Whyalla got their first goal 4.5 minutes into the third quarter. 1 goal, 7-13. There's only 16 points in it though. North Whyalla 4-5-29, and the first goal there to your man, who's can be dangerous, that's for sure, but he's just got the one, and the only one for the Dragons. Can that get them a bit of momentum, do you think? Hang on, we'll have to wait.
Excuse me, Florrie, I bloody...
wait until his Peter Stuyvesant cough goes.
Yeah, no, you did right there, mate. They want a couple of quick ones, and she'll be game on.
Yeah.
And you hit the nail on the head before when you said Westies, they haven't won a couple of premierships from nothing, or 3 premierships for nothing, mate. They can kick goals pretty bloody quick.
That's for sure. Flanagan gets it out towards Adamson. It's a nothing kick though. Here's young Billy Joe Russell. Handball's out to himself. He's confident he can get it, but he's in opposition to Flanagan, and he doesn't let it out easy. Kirshner came over the back. There's Remy Starkey. Kirshner, a beautiful tackle. And he puts him down hard, no doubt about that. Only young bloke, but anyway, Starkey got up, no worries. Out of bounds over the boundary line. What have we got? About 5.5 minutes. As Heidi Daly walks past the commentary car and gives us a wave, we can only see her above the bonnet, couldn't we? She's about 3'3".
Yeah. Should be a jockey.
Yeah, that's it. Up it goes from the boundary throw. Big Woo English and Nickel, neither could get on it. Here's Atkinson. Over to Seymour again. Comes now towards the West Whyalla player. Couldn't get hold of the footy. Elliot McNamara's in there. All of them stacks on the mill. Remy Stark as well. Remy's just adjusting the hairdo to see how we can tie it back. No problems for you or me with that, Willie. And umpire Trussell will get it up again. Up she goes. Pretty quick. Nickel again. But English over the top did get the tap. There's a fair few. Here's Elliot McNamara out the pack. Can he kick it? Yes, he can, but only kick a point across the goal. Across the face. But by gee, I heard Christie at half time, the North Whyalla coach, he did say we've got to be prepared that they might get it into attack a few times, so don't panic.
Yeah.
And they have. The quarter's been played really down this end.
Oh, yeah.
Righto, who we got kicking in again? David Atkinson this time. Comes to the junkyard dog, Timmy Brown. Puts hands out in front. He was playing when I coached in 2008, so he's got a lot of games up. Kicks it up, Aaron Smith's got the set. Oh, well done in the front by Kirshner. Comes out to that bloke in Billy Russell again. Kicks towards goals. Grisona again. And he's got it in the goal square again. And this time it was David Atkinson against him. He's not happy, but Grisona will kick his second in about 3 minutes, and he'll get Westie's second. I'm going to write it down. I'm that confident, Willie. Can't miss from there, can he? Can't miss, surely. I said that about a North Whyalla player in the first quarter, though, and he did. Or the second quarter. And he comes. He's got it. He's nailed it. Westies get their second. So that's 2 in a row to Nathan Grisona and 2 to Westies at the 7-minute mark of this third quarter. Robin McInerney Cup 2019. North Whyalla 4-5-29. It's only 9 points in it now. Westies 2-8-20.
Yeah, by gee, mate, they 2 quick goals, and there's that bloke Grisona again, who he might be out of the game for 10 or 15 minutes or whatever, mate. He comes into the game, and he's a real confidence player, mate, and he's liable to finish up with 4 or 5 goals. And at the end of the day, he could be the difference between Westies winning and losing the game. And
what I reckon they're doing, they're trying to isolate him, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's got his third opponent in 5 minutes. He had Luke Seymour, he outmarked him. Then he had David Atkinson, now he's got Timmy Brown. Be interesting to see, because Timmy doesn't give a yard. He's a fantastic backman. He's not a spectacular backman, he's just efficient. And he's been efficient every game he's played.
Well, he's got a bloody good coach in Smithy. Young Brad Biggers, that was his style of game. Just drop back and take uncontested marks. Sorry.
No, you're right. Don't be sorry. Here it goes again. Billy Russell got it in for West Whyalla, but it's come to this near side pocket and it's out of bounds. So Westie's in attack again. Boundary umpire come in. Young Berkey again. He'll throw her in. Who we got this time? We got Chad Burke around the play. Matty Kirshner back there. It'll be Jai Harvey against Woo English, I think, is it? I guess can't see the West. Yep, Woo English there. In fact, it's going to be David Atkinson against, and David Atkinson get the tap. Well done. Towards the West Whyalla player, though, in Maitland. He couldn't get hold of it. Miles McNamara's coming to the game a bit. Here's Maitland, in fact, number 2 for the Dragons. Got a handball out. Well done, Chad Burke. Tried to bend over. Aaron Smith butted up for the Dragons. He's caught. Got to boot the ball low. Came towards Miles McNamara, but well done there by the player for North Whyalla in Jaden Guy. He's a young bloke. Out in front of Trezise. Let's see the veteran. Can he pick it up? Yes, he does. Oh, he's under pressure. 2 on 1. I think it was fair enough play. Great tackle, Trezise. Surely. No. Yes, no, it's kicked on anyway. Didn't get paid the mark, but he got it forward, in towards the full forward position. Westie's working hard in defence back there. Couple of quick handballs from Tonkin, back to Hazeldine, and he's been smothered down there by Flanagan in the shadow of the big tree that used to be like by the tuck shop down there, or close anyway. And there's one shadow on the ground over there as the sun sets in the west, of course. Righto, we've got a game on. 4-5-29 plays 2-8-20. The Magpies in front. And if we can see that, you're a better man than me, Gungadin. In it comes. No, it's a ball up, actually. Up they go again. Tap down. Here's Flanagan. Gets a quick little handball over the top to Desice on the left boot. What's he done? He's put it through for a behind. That's what he's done. Gee whiz, we've seen some behinds, haven't we? 4-6-30, the Maggies. The Dragons, 2-8-20. What do we got? We've got that play-on rule, of course, so they can get a bit of advantage. Kicks long. And he comes towards the North Whyalla player, but he can't get it over to Remy Starkey for the Dragons. Elliot McNamara starting to have an influence on the game. Dropped the footy, but butted up beautifully. Outer side wing now. Gives it over to Starkey. A couple of young players. He tried to handball to his teammate, but he only handballed straight to Jai Harvey. And it's over the boundary line. True centre wing, outer side Memorial Oval. Not looking too bad, the oval. Hasn't had anything on it for 8 weeks, so it should look all right. It's a bit like one of my paddocks at the farm at Wilmington. If it hadn't had anything on it for 8 weeks, during the winter it should look all right.
You have to say there'd be a bit of feed around firing.
Righto, umpire Trussell puts it up. I thought it was over the boundary line, but it's a ball up once again. In fact, they mightn't have a boundary umpire out there, so they might be balling up.
Whoa.
Holding the ball, that was against the young bloke there in the Maggies, Liam Heron, and he's going to get a 50-metre penalty for the chat back there. Somebody's, I reckon actually, well, we won't say it was, but I reckon a bloke with orange boots back there might have just said something. Now there's a bit of stir up. Billy Russell, the Port Augusta lad. And Jai Harvey says, get out of it. He's acting up a bit there. I don't think there's any necessity for that. Just get out of it and get on with it.
Yeah, get on with the game. There's no place for the game for, well, really a bit of old-fashioned thuggery firing.
That's it. Remy Starkey's got the footy 35 metres out, kicks on that southern goal, and he's nailed it. I tell you what, the Dragons have got their tails up. This is what they can do. They come from everywhere. And, well, it was a 50-metre penalty, and Remy Starkey got the advantage of that, and now they're only 4 points behind. North Whyalla 4-6-30, West Whyalla 3-8-26. We played 11.5 minutes, third quarter. Robin McInerney Cup for 2019.
Gee, Christy wouldn't be happy with that, Fiery, and neither was you when you was a bloody coach. Like a 50-metre penalty, undisciplined, cost the goal, and yeah, he's not looking too happy standing down there over the way they got that last goal.
That's for sure. Comes down again towards West Whyalla. Under pressure now, the Magpies' defence. Here's a free kick picked out for Sam Blenning, though, for the Magpies, and that'll help. Half back. Venning gets hold of the footy. Seymour just drifts off out here to get a little kick. Sam's going to run on now. The trainer's in the road there. There probably should have been a bit of a penalty for that. Yeah. But anyway, up she goes. You're the umpire, not me. Up it goes. Adam Nicol couldn't get hold of the footy. That's a bloke that hadn't been in the play much. Adam Nicol after a good first half, has he?
Yeah.
But that's circumstance, I think, because they've had it down the westy end most of the time. Ball up once again. Righto, umpire Noble, young Caden. Doing a good job. Aaron Smith got jumped over by Harvey, but Smith got the tap. Came out there to West, up towards this bloke in Russell. He certainly plays. Seymour can though. Look at this. Ultimate professional. Just got it down over the boundary line. Billy Russell, as we said, number 17 for the Dragons. 3 premierships with South Augusta. James Bowles at the helm there. He could play a bit of footy, and he played about 570 games. Not really, but he would have played 300. Umpire Burke going to ball it in this time. I don't reckon they got a boundary umpire on that outer side, and that's why
I was in the rooms at half time. He was crook as a dog, and he was taking his gear off and going home.
Guess what? Here comes out of the ruck was Aaron Smith, and there comes the player in Grazona once again. He could turn this match on his own, kicking for goal.
You're not wrong there, mate. You're not wrong.
I forgot to write down Remy Starkey's goal. I should do that, otherwise I won't be able to acknowledge him later on. Righto, Nathan Grazona has it from about 35 metres out, and you would say the Dragons get at the front if he can kick this. In we go.
Straight from Darwin.
There we go. We've had and in it goes. Arizona. It's touched on the line by Wayne Dare, and that's the value, as you said earlier in the commentary. Will he have somebody on the goal line? And Wayne was there, and he just touched it. Didn't quite have enough legs. A minor score. 3-9-27. 3 points in it now. North Whyalla 4-6-30. 3 points. Gee. Here's Seymour to kick it in. Puts the old hand over the eyes to shield from the sun. Kicks it into Flanagan. I've called those two a fair bit today, Flanagan and Seymour, haven't we?
Yeah.
So Flanagan looking on this pocket now, the dead side, goes back to Seymour, hasn't gained 10 metres over the top towards Atkinson. They're going to try and work it out. Oh, Atkinson couldn't quite mark it. Now he's under pressure, gets it back into Seymour. Seymour runs out of the boundary line, and that was well done, really. You could see he was in a bit of trouble, so he just went wide and was pushed over the boundary line. So, boundary umpire got crook, that's no good.
Yeah, no, he was having trouble breathing in there at half-time, Forey.
Righto, umpire Burke, the boundary umpire will get it in. Aaron Smith and Jai Harvey. Up they go. Smith got front position, tapped it over the back beautifully. There's nobody there. Here comes Westies. No, Jai Harvey got hold of the footy. Quick handball to Kirshner. Kirshner got it, but only as far as Hazeldine. He was held without it, but the umpire said play on. Oh. Harvey over to Kappa. Kirshner, he only just got his kick, but he got it in time. Westie's under a bit of pressure back again, though. Here's the player in, that's Cody Patterson. Good handball over the top. Oh, it's come out, though. Now the Maggies have got it through Sam Venning. Here they go. They're going to run. Running hard now is Jake Hickey. Jake Hickey puts a beautiful kick to Chad Clothier. Oh. Chad Clothier on the top to the player that's run on. Can he get it? Yes, he can. That's young Daniel Chapman. Good play by the Maggies. And there you go. The pressure was on by the Dragons in the back, on the half-back line. Bit of pressure, bit of a fumble. Sam Venning picked it up, and the Magpies got 2 or 3 quick possessions. Bang, a shot on goal.
They pretty well need this one too.
Yeah,
a bit of a steadier.
That's for sure. I forgot to write down the half-time scores. What was it? 4 goals, something to 0-6, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Daniel Chapman, as I said, played at Kimber last year actually. Comes in, and I think he's butchered as well to the right-hand side. He has. So it's 4-7-31 the North Whyalla Magpies, West Whyalla Dragons 3-9-27. And we've played about 16 minutes of this quarter. Right. They'll kick it in, using the advantage of that new rule. You can get it down towards half-back flank. Good play by Miles McNamara at the bottom of the pack, gets hold of the footy, parries around one bloke, now kicks it down to the advantage. Wayne Dare's there, got a good hand on it, came over to Patterson, Patterson handball over to Russell, Russell's got the run, now onto the left, a right boot towards the player in Elliot McNamara. Seymour's in front for the Magpies. Oh, here's Aaron Smith, oh, he's tripped, I think. Yep, he'll take the trip, bad luck, but he got tripped. And Aaron Smith just in front of the commentary car. Kicks it in long for the Dragons again. Here's Grazona out in front. He'll get it. Oh, he's been pushed, I think. No, play on, said the umpire. But there we go. Comes Elliot McNamara round the body. Easy as you like. It's a goal to the Dragons. Unfortunately for Chris Waugh, he dropped the footy. And it came down to Elliot McNamara. Grazona and McNamara working hard down there in the forward line. And Elliot McNamara will pick up his first goal for the afternoon. And that puts West Whyalla in front. 4-9-33, North Whyalla 4-7-31, and North had 4 goals, 6 at half time. I reckon they've only scored the minor score this quarter.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, mate.
And what do they put on? 4 goals, same as we saw North put on the second goal. West has kicked 4 goals this quarter. 4-3. So there you go. Right, back in the centre again. Well, he's too busy getting people shooting pigs in the Northern Territory. In she comes, out around the corner there for Damien Coyne, only as far as Seymour. Seymour now gets it towards the player in Kirshner, right on the centre square, or the cricket pitch. Well, here's a player free, 2 out. Here's Michael Wendland. Tried to get on quickly. Well done by the Dragon player to hold him up. Michael Wendland, only a young player, but played a bit of footy. Kicks all up and under, wasn't it? Up high, who's coming from the back? The Westies defender did well. Came to Hazeldine again. Here's Aaron Smith, who's coming to the game a bit. Trapped it well, but Atkinson for the Magpies got hold of it and just kicked one about 3 metres. They're battling again. Atkinson had to butter up on his own ball. They're working hard there. Ooh. Every player. Here's Atkinson again. He did well there. 3 efforts up towards Burke. Burke can't get hold of the footy. Came down though towards Trezise, I think it was. Now Westies have got it. A relieving kick towards Remy Starkey. He's in front. Well done, Sam Venning though. Came to that man Atkinson again. Cool as a cucumber. Gave it to Trezise. Trezise around the body. I don't know whether it'll advantage the Magpies. Angus Judd couldn't get hold of it. Nickel on the left boot. Fires it up towards full forward. Here's Chad Clothier. He'll kick a goal surely. No, he won't. It was well done back there by the defence. And Shannon Winders back there, deep in defence. Kicks it to the outer side. It'll probably go over the boundary line, will it? No, good play by Liam King. Kept it in. Kicks it into the forward pocket. And there's Sam Flanagan's got the mark. And he'll kick right in the forward pocket. Runs around. Play on quickly. Can he nail it? Yes, he can. And the Magpies are back in front. Well, game on, as you said.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, matey.
5-7-37, the Magpies. Whyalla 4-9-33.
Yeah, no, the Pies really needed that one there, but by gee, Westies have been really putting the pressure on Fiery, especially across that half, their half back line.
I think, like you said, both half back line, both defences are on top, aren't they? Well, we can see that by the scores.
And that Shannon Winters is down both ends of the bloody ground, mate.
He's everywhere, and he could be important. Umpire Trussell in the centre again. Nickel, hang on. The boundary umpire says it's Westie's kick. Somebody infringed. Wow, gee, they don't need that, the Magpies, do they? Big Woo English gets it towards Grazona, using his body. He'll mark it too. No, he won't. Play on, said the umpire. Down it came. Working over was Daniel Adamson. Towards that man, Seymour. It's Daniel Chapman. Parried the handball and then played on around the player. Kicks along towards Jai Harvey. Lumbers under it as he does in his style. Good play. Gets a little handball over the top. There do Liam Heron with the head guard on. He got it back to Kirshner. Kirshner towards Burke at centre half forward. Nice little tap. On, can they take advantage of it, the Maggies? That's Sam Fleming again. Quick little handball up towards Nickel. Gains control of the body, gives it to Burke. He won't miss. Straight through the diddle, is it? No. It was heading that way, but once again, that Dragon defence was back covering that line down there, Willie.
Yeah, that was good work from the Westie boys on that last line of defence. That's a few times I've done that today, Fiery.
Yep, Trezise has got it out of the hands of a player, and what did the umpire say? We'll have to bring it back, I think, for a ball up, will we? No, what's going on? I think it might be... Is it a free kick down here? I think it might be a free kick to North Whyalla. In fact, it is. Chad Clothier for holding, I reckon. So Chad Clothier's got it no more than 15 metres out from goal and a tight angle in that pocket over the other side, the Memorial Primary pocket there. But you would think that Chad Clothier would nail this, as he's nailed about 300 others in his career. In he comes. On that left boot, I think he shanked it as well, has he? Gee, it's one of those days,
yeah,
isn't it?
You're not wrong,
Another
mate.
behind to the right-hand side. 5-8-38, the Maggies, the Dragons, 4-9-33. Game on. Yeah, that's just one of those days.
That's on to go any minute.
21 minutes, you're dead right. Back there, they use that advantage again. It is an advantage for the defending side, didn't they? Get at the half-back flank. Wayne dares up, punches down for the Maggies. Here's young Juddy, I reckon, though. No, it's not. I can't just pick that up. He's in the sunlight in my eyes, but up they go. Handball over. Here's Miles McNamara. A bit of composure over towards Remy Starkey. Can he mark it in opposition out there to Liam King? No, he can't, but it's tapped down and they both butter up. Wayne Dare's out there helping the Maggies' defence as well. And she's over that outer side boundary line. And like we said, fortunately the boundary umpire got crook, so the field umpire's bringing in about 10 metres and throwing up. Yep. Well, that's good stuff, isn't it? That's what you want. You don't want him running over there trying to throw it in.
No.
Field umpire. So it'll be a ball up, like you said, any time, 22 minutes, and we've got a ball game. 5 points of difference. I don't reckon there's any breeze now much, is there? It might be still a little bit to the southern end or the North Whyalla club room's end. Nickel and English again. English has done a sterling job in the ruck. Comes down now towards Maitland. Back there's Seymour. Couldn't see the footy though. Dropped what he should have taken. Butted up beautifully. Gave it to Brown. Brown couldn't get rid of it. Comes out towards Venning. He's turning the tackle but got his handball. Back towards Atkinson. It's just quickly handball it and see, hope it comes. Liam King got a beautiful handball there to Kirshner. Kirshner on that centre wing outer side. Scrubby old kick and it's going to go out of that boundary line again. And umpire Trussell, umpire Noble this time will come into play again. Bit of pressure out there, Willie, isn't there? There's a few kicks just being kicked.
Yeah.
Bit of poise. That's what'll win the game. And the siren goes as the third quarter ends here in the Robin McInerney Cup for 2019. And the crowd will flock out. North Whyalla 5-8-38. Lead West Whyalla 4-9-33. Let's have a look at the goal kickers quickly. We've got two to Sam Flanagan, one to Sam Venning, one to Adam Nickel, one to Chad Clothier for North Whyalla. For Westies, two to Nathan Grazona, and one to Remy Starkey and Elliot McNamara. Willie, quick comment. What do you reckon?
Well, look, mate, they've got to tighten up on Gazona. That ball goes in there quick. Hey, he kicked 2 goals. You've seen that quarter pretty quick. All right, I think North have got the aid of that little bit of a breeze, but I'm a little bit with you, Fiery. I think it's died down a little bit. They can't use that up. It seems like the scoring end of the ground's down the North Whyalla end. So yeah, looking forward to the last quarter. Be an interesting contest, you'd have to say.
Certainly will.
You know, and it's gonna be a slug.
Oh yeah,
a real slugfest, and She'll come down.
Next 22 or 3 minutes will tell the story.
Oh, fair comment, Fiery. Fair comment.
No worries, good.
I was going to say the team that used the ball the best, you know.
Yeah,
We'll,
yeah, that's right.
We'll win the game.
Yep. Handles the pressure the best, yeah. Right, we're back into the final quarter of this Robin McInerney Cup. Came down out the centre towards the centre half forward position for North Whyalla. Nobody can get hold of the football cleanly at the moment. There's young Smith for North, kicks it in. Out in that pocket again. Ian Mills in front. Clothier came out hard for the Maggies. Game on. There's Patterson. No, it's Sewell Tonkin. Got it out wide and it's a good kick out towards Harrison Maitland. Close game. 38 plays 33. The Magpies in front. Been in front most of the day. But here's Billy Russell now, just offset from the cricket pitches. Goes into another one of his Indigenous players, and that's Miles McNamara. He'll go wide here, looking for the player out there in Sam Moore. Sam Moore will go looking for the full forward. Who's the Winders up there, is he? Good mark. No, it's not Winders. It's Elliot McNamara, I reckon. Gee, he's been dangerous today, hasn't he, Willie?
Oh, yeah, mate. He's done things when it's really counted for Fiery. Bloody oath he has.
So we're going to have a look for that second goal for Elliot McNamara. And it will put the Dragons in front. I'll tell you what, they get a bit of confidence, you never know.
Oh.
It's swung a bit the Dragons' way after half-time, isn't it, really? But
oh, yeah.
Anyway, anything can happen. Robin McInerney Cup. I was just talking to the great Barry Robin there. He's a good man. Up she comes, Elliot. Can he get it? It'll hold up with the wind. I think it might have gone through for a behind, has it? Yep, it has. So they're not in front. North is still in front.
Yeah.
5-8-38, 4-10-34. Atkinson back there about to kick out. Doesn't use the advantage of that extra square, and he kicked it wide, but it was well done. He gave it to young Jaden Guy. Guy looking further afield, down the centre wing now towards the commentary position. Up went Winders for Westies, couldn't grab hold of the foot. Here's Big Nickel. He's got to get hold of it. Now he does, but only comes as far as Sam Moore. He's come into the game a little bit. Oh, he fell over. Well done, Josh Trezise. And here's Ian Mills back here in front of Chad Burke. They're battling hard. Good contest here. They fell over. Mills got hold of the footy though. Did well. He could be caught. No, he did beautifully. Came towards Winders. Oh, Winders should have been pushed in the back. I think he was. It was unfortunate. The Magpie crowd didn't like it. He's not the favourite bloke for the Magpie crowd, Shannon Winders, but he did well. Well played there. He tried to get a short pass. Now there's in the back. And Daniel Chapman to get hold of the footy. Whoa, they're into it.
Oh, yeah, they've got a bit restless out here, Fiery. The North boys didn't like the way that their teammate was treated then.
Well, Daniel Chapman will get the footy.
They just let him know, and really, if umpire was watching, that should have been 50 metres. They just roughly threw the ball back to this gentleman, young Chapman, isn't it?
Yeah, Daniel Chapman, come on across from Southies. Playing some reasonable footy the last few weeks, apparently. Number 28 on his back. Used the advantage of going round. Now goes in the pocket. But he'll only kick it to Shannon Winders, will he? Oh, Winders did well. Controlled the footy well. Got out of it. Now he'll handball. Yeah, no. The Magpie both wanted holding the ball, but it wasn't. Comes back towards Sewell Tonkin. Oh, dodged him. Here's Winders again. Got it around the neck. Play on. That could be holding the ball. What's the umpire say? No. It's all right. He says, no worries. It's a ball up. Don't worry about it. They're all getting a little bit excited, but just play the footy. Perhaps Sam Bennings, police constable in there, he'll sort them out. They won't whack him, I don't reckon.
Well,
you
let's
never
hope
know.
not.
There has been policemen whacked on the field before, though, that's for sure.
Out
it comes towards this Billy Russell. Just got rid of the footy. It's very tough and hard in there now. Towards Nickel again. He tries to break the tackle, and he said, the umpire said, you're throwing the ball. Oh, there's a old Trezor's into it. I think the Westie bloke looked up and saw it was Trezor and then said, perhaps I'll go away.
Yeah.
So we got the footy. That's Sul Tongan. Can't get the footy to his player, though. That player there for Westies was Damien Coyne. Wayne Dare was in solid attention there, and it's over the boundary line, right in front of the A-Quest commentary car. Right, 5-8-38 plays 4-10-34. Definitely not going to be a big margin. There's no doubt about that. We've played about 4 minutes of the final quarter. Robin McInerney Cup, North Whyallah's 100th year celebration this weekend, and we've got a good game. Low scoring, but a good game. Comes down. Here's Remy Starkey in front. Can he get hold of the footy? Oh, he's taken out of it. Here's Coyne now. Got a quick handball to Judd. Judd's on his own out there, and he's dangerous in. Kicks it out in the open. Good looking kick. Over towards, that's Cody Patterson. He goes towards the pocket. Elliot McNamara, he's a handful down there. Kicks it around his body towards full forward, but the only players there the most reliable today, and that's Luke Seymour for the Magpies. Got it. He plays on quick. They're going to play on it all occasions if they can. Goes over to young Smith. He got smothered there by young Miles McNamara. Kept it in beautifully. That's good play over to Holmes. Holmes took the tackle on though and couldn't get rid of the footy, and the ball falls out and the umpire will be forced to come in and ball it up. Well, get a bit of excitement in my voice because the game's getting a bit...
Oh, she's getting pretty tight for her. Just remember, always remember them two C's when you played and when you coached. Control and composure. Without one, you haven't got the other, Fiery. Hey.
Very true, Willie. Very true. That's for sure. You look that up when you're having to smoke at 3/4 time, I'm sure. Here's Benning, got hold of the Magpies. He goes now towards the player down there in Clothier. Oh, couldn't hold it. Chad Clothier's on one leg. That's the trouble, and he just couldn't get hold of it. Now it's gone to the advantage of Maitland down on the outer wing for West. Oh, working hard was Chapman, though. Maitland did well to get it over there towards Judd, but I think it's over the boundary line, and it is. You could see the way the players were going at the footy that it was over the boundary line, and the umpire will come in and ball it up as we've had a bit of a sickie. He's gone home with a sickie, unfortunately, the boundary umpire Noble will bring it in 10 yards and ball it up. Harvey and Smith. No, it wasn't. It was Atkinson for the Magpies. Came down towards Judd, gets into the forward pocket. Big English is down there. Nobody to support him. Here's what Seymour does well. Just floats around over the bank, gets control of the footy. He kicks it up. Not a good kick, though, as Aaron Smith comes up with it. Toes left, then goes right. Now puts it into the hot spot. Up they go, over the back. Nobody can get hold of the footy. About 4 hands up. Hits the deck and it'll be a ball up. Gee whiz. That's the old hot spot, all right, isn't it, Willie, there? From there, it's a matter of who can get hold of the footy the best, isn't it, now? It's either a shot on goal or it's a shot out of defence or a kick out of defence. Up they go. Nobody can control it. Oh, Westie's got the run here. Who's got the footy? Well tackled. Play on, they called. Grazona tried to pick it up. A bit of a foggy old windscreen. I'll have to get the president of North Whyalla to clean his windscreen next time. And it's a ball up once again. What are we, 10 metres out? 15 metres out from the West Whyalla goal. Oh, it's very, very close. Westie get a goal here and they're in front. Kicked out by Adamson out of the back pocket for the Magpies, though. And he comes as far as Holmes and Atkinson working hard. He's had a pretty good game, David Atkinson, I reckon, number 14 for the Maggies.
He certainly is. At the 3/4 time break, I had the pleasure of having a bit of a yak to Vic Van Weezer, one of only 3 people in Whyalla to kick 100 goals. And he said some of the forwards definitely need a bit of goal kicking practice.
And he kicked them twice, didn't he?
I reckon
2
he did.
times he kicked, yep. He's on the couch tonight, so we'll ask him.
Yeah. He was. I played a lot of footy against Vic in them 370 sides, 70, 78, 9.
Up they go again from the boundary throw-in. Big English and Harvey comes down towards the player in Russell. Can't get hold of the footy. They're working hard. Everybody back there, aren't they? The defence is really working hard for the Magpies. Kirsch's back there. Flanagan as well, I think. No, that was Chris. No, that's Matty Kirschner. Yep, he's a pretty dour defender. And it's over the boundary line once again. Not far around from the camera position. And our man Roy Rogers down there doing a wonderful job. He's listening to this, so I have to say it.
Yeah, no, Roy, he's absolutely magical for you, isn't he? Hey?
No doubt about it.
You've got to give credit where credit's due.
Kicked out of defence, but it's only going to come back as far as West Whyalla, and a good mark there by Sam Moore. Port Augusta lad as well. He goes wide to Aaron Smith. Wide, just in front of Brad Smith in the coach's box. He's getting a few instructions. I'm waving the hand a bit there at one stage to say, come out, I think. Up she goes again. Under the ball is Adamson, couldn't get hold of it. Westies mightn't have had it. Play on, said the umpire, though. He probably played a bit for it. Comes to Kirschner again onto the left boot this time. Up all is Tonkin for the Westies, couldn't get it. Northies get it with little Kingy. Kingy got it on and around the body was Jaden Geyer. Towards they're looking for it. Clothier carry is Sul Tonkin. Oh, good play. Sam Flanagan again. Sam Flanagan's got hold of the footy. Ran into the open goal, and put one through the hay diddle, and North Whyalla, gee whiz, they needed that. 6-8-44, 10 points now, West Whyalla 4-10-34.
Gee, I'll tell you what, that would have made his old man pretty happy. He's up and amongst all the faithfuls up there. Big Greg would be he'd be proud as punch with that effort from young Sam. Now I can remember several years ago when I was umpiring, he normally had a little bit of a snipe at me for him about my eyebrows.
Did he?
Oh yeah. I thought it was quite funny because the haircut he's got now, he looks like he's got the mane. You know?
That's for sure. There's Sam Flanagan's 3 goals. Could be the difference, couldn't it? His third. Up in the centre again in that cricket pitch area. Comes down and it'll be a second ball up now. What have we played? 9 minutes, plenty of footy to go, but gee, an important goal there just to put them those 2 kicks in front when Westies have only kicked 4 goals to the game. Low scoring. Winders couldn't get hold of the footy. Aaron Smith gets a quick handball over to Judd. Judd in turn out there to the player in Maitland. Maitland goes to the outer side forward flank. Back there's Atkinson. Grisona working hard to keep him in check. And also it's gone down on the ground there. And it'll be another ball up. Plenty of them today, especially in the first 20 minutes of the game. A few players looking a bit tired. I can see Chad Burke running there. He's starting to look a bit leg weary. But anyway, he'll keep battling on. Up he goes again. Here's Venning. Round the body. Could be caught. What's happening? Oh, it's caught holding the ball there. Yep, he was. But he doesn't argue, Sam. That's one thing he doesn't do, and he just gives it. Quick kick by Remy Starkey towards Grisona. Couldn't get hold of the footy just over his head. Here's Seymour again. He's had countless kicks across that half-back line. He kicks it out wide, but a good mark by Sam Moore for Westies. Gets it inboard to Harris and Maitland. They play on quick, and that's what Westies are good at. They haven't got a real big target up here today, though. And David Atkinson, once again, who's one of the better ones for the Maggies, has got hold of the footy. Kicks it in towards the centre. Trezise just stood there and said, I'll just sneak away here and I'll get hold of it. Joshy Trezise, what a player. In and under. He's just taking his time. He'll get onto that left foot. He's looking for somebody. Umpire should have called play on 10 seconds ago, but now goes long towards Flanagan again, and why wouldn't he? He's kicked 3 goals. Here's Tonkin. Handballed it straight to the opposition though. But it came back whence it came. Tonkin's got hold of the footy again. Here's Cody Patterson, gives it to Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith to Miles McNamara. Miles McNamara out here wide to Mitchell Danzig. Mitchell Danzig now for the Dragons. Over the bloke's head, was it? That's Billy Russell, I reckon. Good tackle. That'll be just a ball up, I reckon. And she's come from centre half back, out around towards the outer flank here in front of the West Whyalla coach's box in pretty quick time. Umpire Noble will put it up. Atkinson again against English. Nobody get it, just dropped on the ground. In fact, Atkinson had a second turn it. Here's young Judd in there. Can't get hold of Atkinson. Gee whiz, he's done some bullying work. Gets it out over to Smith. Here's Trezise now out in the open. Hitting him hard will be Danzig. Takes it beautifully though. Got it on. That's all he needed to do. He hurt himself, but it got to the Maggies faithful. They clapped hard. Here's Sam Flanagan. Can't get it though. Goes to Miles McNamara. Gave it over to the player there in Ian Mills. He doesn't know what to do with it. Gets a little kick on it. It's tough and tight in the clinches, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. And it's hit the deck once again in the tackle. And it'll be a ball up by umpire Trussell, who just walks in to get the footy.
Well, you made the comment at the end of the first quarter, for without a goal being scored, that was going to be a slugfest, and by hell it is. Although that didn't mean a lot of goals scored, the game itself was a spectacle. It's a credit to both teams at the moment. Yep,
certainly is. Out of the air by the Magpies player. Looked as though Clothier was being held onto back there, and he was. Umpire Trussell didn't miss that one. And Clothier will kick a goal from about 20 metres out on a slight angle, just on the wrong angle for his left foot, but I would think he will plonk this one through. Hazeldine was in not very happy there from West Whyalla, but he was held on to according to the umpire, and that's what you go by, is what the umpire says. Here's Chad Clothier, number 10. He's wore it with distinction over many games. Barry Robran wore it as a young bloke too at North Whyalla. And he comes, no doubt about it, she's through. And the Magpies have got that 16-point lead, which is, 3 goals now for West. They only kicked 4 for the game.
Yeah.
Let's just check the scoreboard before you make a comment. 7-8-50, 16 points in front now, the Maggies. West Whyalla 4-10-34.
13 minutes, or 13 and a half minutes, mate, gone in the last quarter. You'll have to say that the Pies can't relax, because you've seen how quick in that third quarter the Westies banged a couple of quick goals on Fiery, and they want to be careful. The Pies want to be careful, because this Westies side, they haven't won three bloody premierships for nothing, mate. They're a star. a real star side, mate. You've got to give credit where credit's due.
Here's Judd. He's going to be taken out of it. What's the umpire said?
Got to be holding the ball.
Yeah, had to be. Good tackle. Trezise tackled again, and look at him. He gets up worse for wear, but he just does it week in, week out, Josh Trezise.
Yeah.
Kirshner, Matty Kirshner's got hold of it. The capper, they call him. He plays on. I think Westies are perhaps the old heads down a little bit now. Here's Nickel. Couldn't get position. Over the back is Clothier. Tried to get it off his left boot. He'll get a tackle here. Out they come. Quick handball over the top by the Dragons. Good defence though. Comes towards Cody Patterson again. Gets it wide towards Angus Judd. And Judd will take the mark on this centre wing just in front of... Well, he's on the half-back flank really. Now he goes to the centre wing. It's 3-on-1 back there though. For the Dragons, got it beautifully, well done the Magpies. Harvey got the handball back to Seymour, another kick to Kirshner as well. He goes towards centre half forward. Oh, they nearly argued over it, but Hazeldine got it in the end for the Dragons. In defence, they're under pressure, goes towards Judd. Judd did well, now he's off, look at that. Size that up well, just looked around and away he went. Took a bounce, number 41, young Angus Judd. Got it towards Matty Holmes, hadn't been in the game at all because Seymour's towed him up. Oh, he fell over though, Seymour. This is where Holmes might get the advantage, he does. Couldn't get the handball away though. Play on, said the umpire. There's a bit of heavy body work once again, which you would expect no less between North and Westies. Play on, comes up, Billy Russell gets hold of it. Now handball's out to Elliot McNamara. Not to much advantage, but he's able to get a kick around the body. I reckon they'll sit under it, and that's the player back there in Michael Wendland for the Maggies. Got it. Goes in, short to Sam Venning. Venning's got it half back for the Magpies. 16 points of difference, played 15 minutes. Gee, if they want to get into it, they'll have to kick a goal soon. North Whyalla kick another goal. I reckon she's all over. And it comes towards Nickel. Yes, gets it, bounced off his chest, but he got it the second grab.
Where's
now
Clothier?
He goes long towards Clothier. Clothier's on one leg, but he's pretty special down there. It's Flanagan, guess who? Runs on the open goal, not even looking again because he's towed it to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, I thought he'd kick that for sure. We've had the points today. 7-9-51 the Maggies. The Dragons 4-10-34. What have we played? 15, nearly 16 minutes. 5 minutes, 6 minutes at the max.
And some of them goals that the Pies have missed, Safari, have been really pretty easy goals.
Yeah, you would expect a bloke like Sam Flanagan get that one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Here's young Judd again, got it from Russell. Over to big woo English. Hadn't had a lot. Oh, he sits it up beautifully to Seymour. Have a look at that. I reckon he's my best as far as...
yeah, he's had a lot of the footy.
He has, yeah. But Sam Flanagan's played well.
Yeah.
Oh, he botched that one though. He got it across towards halfback, tried to switch. Aaron Smith got in front. Got over the top there towards the player in... who's that? That's young Tom Quinn. Quinn got it up towards Grisona, is it? Yep.
Yeah.
And Nathan Grisona's taken the mark and he'll look for his third goal. He's got two in quick succession in that quarter, so they need this, don't they? That goes without saying.
Oh, yeah.
A bit like Bruce McAvaney, I'm saying the obvious now.
Yeah.
And he comes. Should kick it from there, but we haven't seen too much happen. I reckon the way he dropped his head, he's missed it. He's missed everything.
He
has.
He's missed everything they're firing.
Young Josh Trezise coming off, but gee whiz, he's done the work to win the game for the Maggies.
Yeah.
He got a big corky by the look of the way he's hanging on to the leg there, and she's in the back pocket for the Magpies. Taking the kick back there is the player in Daniel Adamson. Came over from the Rouge. Kicks long towards the West coach's box. Aaron Smith had a pretty good game too. He dropped it, was up there, couldn't get his heron. And a quick handball out towards Liam King. Couldn't control the footy. Umpire Burke comes into the play again. Well, 17 minutes, 7-9-51 the Magpies. West Whyalla 4-10-34.
Young Kingy's got the footy quite a few times today too, Forry, you'd have to say.
Yeah, he was a very promising junior, went away to do his studies and whatever, and only really just got back into it, so developing as we see.
Yeah.
English and Nickel up. Comes the player Danzig. Quickly handball to Judd. Judd's had a good game, hasn't he, for Westies?
Oh, yes.
He's pretty elusive. Goes towards centre half forward. Here's Elliot McNamara. Pick it up. Quick handball over the top to Maitland. Maitland short to Grisona again. Oh, he ducked his head then. Couldn't mark it. Play on they called. And the Magpies get down to defence again. Back there out towards Smith. Cody Patterson's in the way though for the Dragons. Out in there in the shadows. He got hold of the footy. Oh, he was tackled, but he was able to get the kick. Kicks it towards the player down there in... who was that? Was that Maitland down there? It was, yep. Harrison Maitland, number 2. And it's hit the deck once again, and she stacks on the mill. Umpire Trussell, as he has done a lot today, will ball it up. Game on, 18 minutes. And we've got 51 plays 34, 17 points. They need a goal quickly, the Dragons, to get back in this game. You would think perhaps it's nearly a bridge too far now, Willie.
Yeah, I reckon you're on the money there, Forey. they've only kicked 4 for the game. They need what? They've got to kick 3 from here to win it.
That's right.
So
yep.
You'd have to say, you know, it'll be a hell of an effort. But as I said before, I don't want to harp on it. You don't win bloody 3 premierships for nothing.
No, that's right. Bit of an injury out there, but I think he's got a free kick, the Westies bloke. If you wondered what we were filling time for, kicks it long. That's Cody Patterson. Up, Elliot McNamara up high, beautiful. They need to get on with it though. 19 minutes. Up she goes towards full forward. At the back, who's that got that? Is that Winders this time? Yep, haven't seen much of Shannon Winders today really. He's been over the ground a bit, but we haven't seen his usual influence on the game, that's what I'd say. Would you agree?
Fair comment, Fiery, fair comment, but by gee, he's a player that'll hurt you.
There you go, he's kicked a goal, so they're still in it, I suppose. Has he? Yep, Shannon Winders has booted his first for the day, and he kicked 7 last week, so they've kept him under control. There's no doubt about a low-scoring game, of course, but 11 points in it.
Who did they play last week, Fiery, for him to get 7?
They played South Whyalla.
Ah, right.
They kicked 32.
Okay,
32-19 to 1-1, so
yeah, well, you would
pretty
have got
free
4,
scoring.
Yeah, you would have got 4 or 5 in a permanent forward pocket yourself, I think, Fiery.
Yeah, what, at 55?
Yeah, I shit, yeah. You'd know where to be.
Like Don Bradman, when they asked him what his average would have been against those good sides of the West Indies in the 80s, you know, with Garner and all those, he said, probably about 70. Yeah. And they 70? Why would you get 70? He had an average of 99.94. He said, well, I am 76, you know. Just had to get that one in. Back in the centre after that goal, Elliot McNamara once again got hold of the footy. Went with one hand, and Atkinson, that was Wendland, sorry, didn't. But he only kicked it as far as Cody Patterson. The Magpie faithful on the edge of their seats here, but I think they've got enough time. Good mark there in the centre. Once again, Big Woo got one around the ear. And he wants to get on with it. I think he's got 50 metres. Yep, umpire Truss has given 50 metres. So this will be a shot on goal from inside the 50, and it'll bring it back to 5 points. Gee whiz. Like you said, they don't win flags in a row for nothing. They can score heavily, but I think North Whyalla Magpies will be celebrating the 100 years in style tonight. Another 50, is it?
Oh.
Yep, so he's on the goal line. Now, does he call time off there, or does the play go on? What happens there, Willie? You're probably better qualified to know.
He's supposed to put his hand up to stop the clock.
Yeah.
So
who kicked the goal? English kicked the goal in the end off the goal line. So he's got his first. And we have got a game in hand. So I wonder whether that was time on or not, because I reckon there's about a minute to go if it wasn't. It'll go to 23-24. Let's check the scores. North Whyalla 7-9-51, West Whyalla 6-10-46. If Westies can get up there and kick a goal, they'll steal it by a point. But there you go. The Magpies will be looking to get a goal and just seal it too.
I thought that quarter there, a few minutes into that quarter when that play was going, the Pies were their worst enemy then, because they flooded all back and there was no one back here. They got possession of the ball and it come straight back, and it was all Westies footballers down there firing.
And I think you can be defensive, but you've got to get hold of the footy, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You've got to get hold of the footy. There we go. She's down from the bounce, and Stacks on the mill. Can't be long in it. You'll hear the Magpie faithful go up if they win. Big English. Good punch by Venning. But like you said, the flooded forward was easy take. That's Trezise back on there again, I reckon. So, yeah, he's not on the bench, so he went back on after limping off, and that's the courage this lad's got. Well, there you go. Westies couldn't get hold of the footy cleanly there, and it was a contest, and once again it's a ball up. 22.5 minutes. They've got hold of the footy now, though. That's Coyne. Got hold of it. Came towards young Hickey. Got it out to King. Smothered. Back to Coyne again. He was taken down. The umpire ball. There's a siren. There you go. There's no sweeter sensation for a North Whyalla side against Westies than to get home. The Robert McInerney Cup's been won by North Whyalla. 7-9-51. They've defeated West Whyalla 6-10-46. And as we said, Willie, cracking game, even though it was low scoring.
It was low scoring, Fiery, and it was just a real shame there to be a loser today. At the end of the day, football was the winner today, because the game was played in good spirits. We had a few little Donnybrooks out there and all that sort of carrying. Both sides were extremely hard at the ball. Hey, look, mate, and what did it finish up? 3 or 4 points into it or something like that?
Yeah. So, 5 points.
Yeah,
five.
So, a bloody good game of footy. Westies, unlucky, really. The game was close as that, although North had led most of the day.
And if North had lost, they would have been unlucky as well.
Exactly. So, as I said before, Fiery, you got to say the winner today is our great game, bloody football.
We love it too, don't we?
Oh, mate.
So we got 7-9-51, 6-10-46, that isn't it? Yep, 6-10-46, so 5-point margin. 6-10, I'm just writing this down for history, because in another 100 years somebody might want to know what the score was.
Yeah, yeah.
Righto, let's just quickly give the goal kickers for the videotape. Sam Fleming got 3, Chad Clothier got 2, Adam Nicol 1, Sam Benning 1 for the victors, the Magpies, by 5 points. And for West Whyalla, who were gallant in defeat in the Robert McInerney Cup, Nathan Grisona 2, and 1 each to Remy Starkey, Shannon Winders, Elliot McNamara and Ben English. Be interesting to see who they do give best on ground for the Robert McInerney Cup today.
Who do you reckon?
I reckon probably Sam Flanagan will get it, or Elliot McNamara. He was pretty good for Westies.
Elliot was good.
Seymour was good.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Who do you think?
Oh, look, mate, I reckon you could toss a coin out of Seymour and young Flanagan.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And I think the Victoria side will probably get it.
Yeah, you'd have to think so.
Yeah. But, yeah, good game. So the Robert McInerney Cup, we've put it down on tape for history. Thanks to Roy Rogers for taking all the videotape. Fantastic effort. So, in the end, the Robert McInerney Cup for 2019 goes to North Whyalla, 7-9-51. They defeated West Whyalla 6-10-46 by 5 points. Thank you to Willy Sleep. Well done, Willy.
Absolute pleasure working with you, Fiery. Absolute pleasure. And thanks to you, Roy. You've done a magnificent job up there on the camera, buddy.
And we hope if anybody's listening to this in the future, they enjoyed the call and enjoyed the game. 100 years for North Whyalla, and a great day was had by all. A game, like you said, perhaps a draw would have been fitting, but anyway, 7-9-51 to 6-10-46.
Thanks, Fiery.
Good on you, mate. Excellent. That was great. Well done. That was excellent, I reckon.
Right, mate. Was there any help to your Fiery?
Fantastic. No, of course you were.
Little bloody
How
comment.
would I be sitting here on my own, having got a breather at all?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell him he can read the pitch. It's only going to be the family anyway, so he can read the pitch, which is going to play, and then that will stop him going absolutely so crazy.
Well, that was hairy. Hey? That was hairy.
Yeah. I thought they tossed it away for a minute.
Sing it loud, lads.
Who keeps the chicken?